following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Pasalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Pasalacqua & Associates has been carefully hand-picked to include the best trial attorneys in the particular areas of the law that we practice. Have you been charged with DWI or any other crime? Members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Pasalacqua & Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Pasalacqua & Associates, 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425, or visit cnytriallaw.com today.
Welcome to the D-Line.
Illegal contact! Number 51! Zinkutsu elbow thrust to the up back. Orimawatsu roundhouse lunge kick to the quarterback. Takatami insword block to the... Shoot, never mind. 15 yards. First down.
Live football podcast on the Disruption Network.
You just got the feeling that he spelled the 8-hole and then got it in the end zone.
You find out life's this game of inches. So is football.
And now, here's your hosts, Chicken, Caleb, and Sil.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
What's up? I'm getting yelled at over here. Welcome to the D-Line.
Oh, man.
Oop. Which one's the jingle one here?
There,
we go.
yeah.
There we go.
Still learning the soundboard.
Oh, and you know what? I forgot to transition the camera.
All right, so yeah, people can hear us right now, but
all right.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Hey, there we are.
Yeah,
moving on.
You gotta turn those drops up. How can he do that?
Because I had to tune it down when the song was coming down.
Oh, okay. So because I barely heard that.
Did you hear this?
Oh, perfect. That's how loud I want them.
Welcome to the D-Line. Tonight we have Silva joining me as usual, and Gaffney in for Caleb. I think you're here more than he is now.
Oh, it's got to be close.
Should I change the intro?
Caleb or Gaffney.
Chicken. Sometimes Caleb. Sil and Gaffney.
That's not bad.
And our buddy Matt Combs is joining us as well over here.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Good, man. Good.
What are you up to these days, man? You still playing music?
Absolutely. We just picked up Gabe Lockwood on bass and Chris McNamara on sax.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And with Austin on drums, it's quite the sound. We'll be out pretty soon. Keeping your off for us, Carnelian.
How you say it again?
Here we go. Carnelian.
Carnelian.
Yep.
Okay.
That's not as bad as his last one.
Yeah, what's
It's
the last
not.
one?
Oh, great. It was good. Agape Aperion.
Yeah, no.
It's so hard to say,
It sounds like an STD.
right?
Yeah, I like Carnelian.
It does, actually. Yeah.
I like Carnelian better.
Yeah. Well, a different band and everything. So it's not as much of a struggle. It's much easier these days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of bands, Gaffney, you guys playing out with the Crazy Fools?
Nothing booked right now, actually. We got to get on that.
Calm Before the Storm?
I talked to Woodland. They did give me a date, but I haven't gotten back to him yet. So yeah, you'll be seeing us out this summer. Hopefully Woodland Farm Brewery and a few other places for sure. But yeah, nothing official right now. Getting into spring and summer season here though, you'll be seeing some more from us for sure.
Nice.
Bunch of Crazy Fools. And speaking
right.
of Crazy Fools, our boy Sil over here is going to be doing the mud run this next weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking looking forward to it. Seeing Simple Props on the stage. I'll be coming in right when they're playing.
Nice.
So my run starts at 11. I got our buddy Rocco and another buddy of mine, Mike. One of Greg's good friends. Patriot Greg. Greg won't be able to join me this year doing it. He hurt his knee, so hopefully he'll be helping. I haven't talked to him yet to help see if he wants to help out the Disruption Network.
Yeah, absolutely.
Set up
man.
and volunteer.
We're gonna be out there, video, like recording people, talking to people, like just like last year. I think it's a great event, man. It was a lot of fun to watch.
It is so hard. You breathe so fucking heavy, but you get to a tunnel or fucking tires or the monkey bars, or I heard there's a slip and slide this year. You feel like a fucking kid doing it, and it's awesome. There's just it starts out, you run a quarter mile on a fucking field, right? And then you get to these fucking 12-foot high bales of hay, right? And then you go down into a goddamn pond. And by the time you exit that pond, you've got a fucking innie. So now you got to do another fucking bale of hay. And you're rocking an innie for the first fucking half a mile.
I'm always rocking an innie.
But it's really fun, crawling under fucking wires and going through tires and just last year there was a huge wall. It's just awesome. I fucking love it.
What a cool place too, MKJ Farm.
Yeah,
it's an awesome venue for something like that.
I've yet to be there.
It's really cool up there.
You haven't been up there?
Not for anything.
You gotta come check out the mud run next weekend. You'll like it, man. It's insane up there.
That's the Daniel Barden mud run?
Yes,
yep.
the Daniel Barden mud run.
I stepped out for a minute. I didn't hear what you were talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
Silberth is running it this next weekend.
Oh, right on. Okay.
What time does it start? What time do you go in?
My run's at 11.
At 11.
Untimed, of course.
So this is it's a benefit run,
yeah.
Correct? Now the people running, you pay for an entry fee.
Yeah. You pay an entry fee. Throughout the year you do like an early bird special. That's the one I joined in.
Okay.
But now it's
my bad.
Now it's a certain price, and then it goes up the day of. So, but the money goes towards. They take inner city kids and take them on an Adirondack trip.
Okay.
And
something they would normally never see.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
And Sil's training by eating sausage bread and talking football.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna get to next.
Fuck off! I've been doing really good. Even last night when the power went out at my house, I'm like, fuck, I can't leave my family with the power out. So I'm sitting there fucking just jamming the fucking the barbells and doing push-ups and fucking planks and sit-ups and shit. I'm really focused. I don't want to make an asshole of myself. So. But speaking of gay.
Uh-oh.
The Giants just got gayer. They signed William Gay from the Steelers. Was it today? Oh,
yeah, I believe it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that really like a big move though? I mean, he hasn't been playing the last couple of years. I think he started one game last year.
Yeah. So it's it was just
the Giants have phenomenal fourth quarter numbers.
I was like, what the hell was it?
Started one game and he had one interception last year.
Yeah, so it's something.
It's not a bad pickup at this point in free agency.
No.
You're scraping the bottom of the barrel now for a lot of these guys, and I don't know what the terms of the contract there were for William Gay, but I can't imagine they paid through the roof.
Cannot be much. I'm more surprised at the Raiders dropping King the punter.
Yeah, and he signed with the Broncos today.
Yeah.
So they dropped him. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
they cut him. I don't know what happened, if that was something to do with, maybe John Gruden bumped heads with him or what happened, because that was weird timing for it.
I mean, it's rare for a punter to get penalties like him. So, is it just a brushing of egos or attitudes? But still, that guy can determine your field position, and then to let him go and he signs with somebody in your division who is going to totally benefit where he kicks, with that high altitude.
Absolutely,
oh my God, his numbers are going to go. He averages 47 yards fucking punting. He's going to jump up at like 54. He's going to, it's going to be gross.
It is really too. But you know what? Maybe I think that's where he's got to learn to be more of a directional kicker. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about booting it and how far you can boot it.
Right.
He's got to be able to pinpoint.
You're right, and so that is it. See, that's where they got to be fucking, accurate.
I didn't ever realize he used to be a wide receiver.
Did he?
And then they moved over to punter. So.
Wow.
And it makes sense how he carries himself on the field.
Yeah.
With all the celebrations. And
that
everything.
explains it.
Very receiver-like.
Okay.
A lot of them. See, a lot of players, you only get your one position. When I played in CNS, it was like that. So at times, if there's a spot open, and even though it's not your exact spot, you're gonna take it. You're gonna jump on it and play for sure.
You brought up a good point. Like us as coaches, when we were people, like it used to be like when you were playing, guys were like took every opportunity to get on the field. You know what I mean? Like you want to play special teams, you want to be in punt coverage, whatever it was, whatever it took to get on the field to show. What you can do. And then later on, as we got into coaching, these kids were like, I don't play special teams. Like, what do you mean you don't play special teams? Well, I'm a linebacker. I'm a wide receiver. I'm a this. And you're nah, dude, you're a player. Get out there. Get out there anywhere you're needed and play and show up.
You don't see too much of that in the NFL anymore.
No, it's sad.
One guy that you do see it with is a player that was with the Bills last year. I think he was their third-string quarterback, Joe Webb.
Yeah, I was just Texas signed him today.
The reason why I saw his name listed on the transactions and talking about special teams and fitting in wherever. But yeah, he is a backup quarterback and he plays on special teams. So you don't see something like that too often nowadays in the big money NFL. You kind of protect your guys and give them their specific positions and then that's it.
Yeah, you keep players fresh like that.
Yeah, was he the one that was playing for the Vikings at one point?
Joe Webb?
Yeah.
I don't know where he was before
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I thought he was
We only had a device where we could look shit up.
He went to the Vikings.
If only we had a way to find out information.
And I think he was supposed to start over Russell Wilson in Seattle as well, and then I think it just never panned out. But that's interesting. Remember Tom Tupa?
Yep, Minnesota and Carolina. Fuck.
Right. Yeah, I think he came from Carolina and went to Buffalo.
He's drafted by Minnesota.
Okay. So it was the same kid that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, Tom Tupa. Remember him? Like he used to play for the Jets. He was like their punter and like third string quarterback. And I always wondered, like, why don't you do more fakes with him?
Right.
You got your third string quarterback.
Well, and back then it used to be the punter was the holder or your third string quarterback was the holder, so you could do a lot more special teams wise, fake plays.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't use him anymore. They don't use the backup quarterback for a place kicker.
No, actually, they still do.
He was that was.
It's either they still do as far as I'm. So yeah, I'm fucked up.
Only if we had a machine that could look that up. Huh?
What are these machines you speak of?
Okay, all right. Every single team's fucking extra point holder, which is probably the third string quarterback or the punter. Either way.
So now I'm gonna throw a little wrench in your plans here. So how did Dan get blamed for holding it for Finkel?
Yeah, he was a starting quarterback.
Right?
Because back in the day, you used to have to. I did when I was a quarterback growing up.
But you're going to have Dan Marino be your...
You're going to have your starting quarterback get blammed on the side?
Yeah, it's also a movie,
we just blew a big hole in fucking Ace Ventura.
It was a terrible coaching decision to put their franchise quarterback out there holding for field goals.
I mean,
God.
It's also like we just seen like a franchise quarterback went out for a fucking pass in the Super Bowl who's like 40 years old. Like, what
missed
were you thinking?
It by that much.
No, what if somebody came across and just totally like
Brandon Cookston?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my first reaction when I saw the Brandon Cooks trade. I just couldn't help but think, wait, Brandon Cooks survived that hit in the Super Bowl?
He is alive.
Did the Rams watch the Super Bowl? Do they know he's dead?
He's a totally different player now. He doesn't remember anything.
Brandon Cooks, when they asked him about that play, all he said was,
Dave brings up a good point, too. Dave Bandick is chiming in. He said in the 2006 NFC Championship game, Romo was the holder.
Oh, yeah. Starting quarterback. You're
right.
right.
I don't know how I forgot that one.
I can't. He's fucking 100%
right.
Against,
Seattle,
I laughed about that for years.
Yeah, that was his first major fuck up.
His most notable one for sure.
Yeah, his first choking. But speaking of that trade, about the Cooks trade, that's a big news right there. That helps both teams out huge.
Yeah, that gets them their Sammy Watkins replacement.
Way better than Sammy Watkins, by the way.
That takes away the Odell Beckham talks. So those are gone. So it does straighten shit up a little bit.
How fast is that offense going to be now, though?
It's going to be sick.
Between
the offense and the defense, they went out and solidified their team.
They still got Austin there, right?
I think he left.
Did he leave?
Or maybe he did resign. I'll have to see if I can find a way to find that out.
Raven carrier.
Maybe he
Raven?
did stick around. I know there was talk of them cutting ties with him, but I never ended up seeing what happened there with Austin.
Ravens,
okay.
RG3.
I think it's a good place for him because they got a solid number one.
Exactly. So he gets to sit and learn.
No, they got a solid number two.
You were like, oh, shit, I got to say it.
You're waiting for that.
Yeah.
So Tavon Austin, I guess, is still on the roster, but it's likely that he'll get traded or cut because of their cap situation now.
Man, that kid's got burners too, man. That kid, he's at any given point in time can take it to the house. So you put Gurley with him, and you got Cooks. Woods? Man, they got
Cooper Kupp there too.
Oh yeah. How did I forget him? Man, they got a good little team going there. But now
just a little bit.
Now you got New England with 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks.
I want to say this is the first time in the Belichick era that they've had 2 first-round picks, and not to mention 2 second-round picks too on top of it.
Wow.
They get those in trades?
The one of them was with the trade with for Cooks. They got a first and a second in that, or a first and a sixth?
Yeah, it was maybe a first and a fifth. A first and a late round pick.
And then they had, their own first.
And they traded their first last year for Cooks, and the pick that they're getting this year is slightly, just a few spots higher than the one they traded.
And then they get the other number 2 from Garoppolo.
Right.
From the Garoppolo trade.
Which will be a high second round pick.
Right.
San Francisco's pick.
So, wow. So they got 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. And you got Bill Belichick picking. Either he's going for a monster trade, or he's going to load right up.
I think they're more going load up.
I think you'll see him get a quarterback at some point to start grooming, because they did cut ties and trade Garoppolo. So they're going to have to pick up somebody there to
little linebacker help.
And I agree with Sil. I think they're going to use it as an opportunity to load up and strengthen the roster, because how many more years of Brady do you have?
Right. You got to get a running back.
And possibly trade some of them for established players too. If there's players on the market at the draft, and they get a chance
little
to get
tackle
somebody.
help.
Dave is putting in her OBJ. I really don't think they'll make a play for him.
No,
because it's not so much his attitude; it's how much money he wants. New England doesn't pay people unless Beckham's willing to take a pay cut. They're not going to pay him.
That was
money.
part of the reason why they traded Cooks too,
Right.
is because his contract is up after this year, and they don't want to shell out some big
no,
money
this
for him.
was his 4th year, or
let's see. I think Cooks is coming into his 5th year now.
Okay.
If you're a first-round pick, you get the 5th-year option.
Right. Did they?
And
so
Cooks was a first-round pick for the Saints. Now, I don't know how that works when you've been traded multiple times.
Okay,
if that gets voided,
I have no
possibly,
idea either. I just know, if this is the 5th year for a few players from, 15, and they've got to pick it up the year before. And there's a lot of fucking rules, and your 5th year salary is prorated. It depends. Are you picked in the top 10? Then it's this amount. If you're picked past the top 10, it's this amount.
Right.
So fucking convoluted, and the average Joe just
and
doesn't
if
fucking
you're
care.
In the first round, there's a team option there for a possible 5th year, whereas if you're a second rounder, that doesn't exist.
Right.
So there's a whole bunch of rules.
So that's why this is the 5th-year option for Beckham, and it's $8.5 million.
So this is also going to be Brandon Cooks' 5th year. He played 3 with the Saints and last year with New England.
Okay,
so
did he sign a new contract, or did he just get traded and the contract rolled over?
They're currently working on a new contract for him.
Okay.
That's latest I heard. But I like the way they're poised. I mean, if you're Bill Belichick, and he's a friggin' genius, which I hate, but
word up. Thanks, Gabe.
Now you got 2 late first-round picks, right? So now you're picking guys that got something to prove because they got pushed all the way. They're good, they're first-round picks, but they got something a little chip on the shoulder because they're later round draft picks, in the first round. And then you get those high number 2s, which fucking dick. But Silver's 5.
I was waiting for it again.
But so I think he's gonna get a good crop of guys there. I mean, they're nothing there, right? No.
I can barely hear you in the mic. I can hear you more outside of the headphones.
You want me to turn them up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That better?
What? Get more close.
That better?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I just think like with Belichick, the way he is with player evaluation, like having those type of picks, the 4 picks like that high, I think he's going to find some real gems. That's what's really scary. I think everyone was down on New England for not doing anything in the offseason, and they're not going to have to pay him as much. Think about it. He's going to have to pay him like, not league minimum, because they are going first round, but you're not paying like an overpriced veteran.
Sure. It sounds like Gronk is coming back too. I know there was some question marks there, and it's not official, but it looks like he's not going to be retiring.
Yep.
He kind of let on a little bit at the Super Bowl. I think that was just frustration, losing and being injured. And
I knew he wasn't going.
Yeah, I think it was pretty obvious.
He's a big baby. He really is. I tell you.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Really, he's just a gigantic kid.
I'm not a New England fan by any means, so I'm very biased when I view their players.
Let's talk about who your team really is.
Here we go. Yes, the meat.
Let's not. Right. I am a Detroit Lions fan.
Hot lunch.
So what do you think about the head coaching hire there?
Wait. Did you hear him? He said he's a Detroit Lions fan.
I know. I heard it doesn't matter
it's
to
like
me.
the first one I've ever met.
Yes, we are like unicorns. And if I see somebody, I don't care who they are or where I am, if they're wearing Detroit Lions gear, I'm like, yeah, guy, you, yeah, I got your back.
Can I suck your dick?
What?
Oh, pretty much it's like that. We hold, now this is a great one, right? We hold a record that nobody's ever going to beat. And that's 0-26. That's a stretch of 3 seasons, the half of one, a full one, and the second half of the other.
I don't think the Browns are going to beat it. I think they're going to win some games next year.
It's almost incomprehensible. How do you do that? It's not a baseball season. It's not 126 games. Yeah,
Dave's
26 losses.
That would be tough in baseball, even.
Sure.
Dave's checking and he goes, fits right into the island of misfits fans on the D-line.
Yep.
Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Bears, Bills, Jets, and Lions.
And he's a Cleveland fan and Raiders.
Oh, there you go. I don't feel so bad then. Yeah. All right. No, I'm excited. Every year they do a little better. Since they got rid of Matt Millen.
Yeah, he was terrible.
And he was literally kryptonite, and I don't know how he didn't get fired sooner.
He's the one guy that amazing. He's like the Rob Ryan of the GMs. It's like he everywhere he goes, he shits the bed, and then he keeps getting hired, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you hiring this guy?
Dude, he did nothing for us, and we kept having obviously first round draft pick for like 5 years in a row. We got nothing good out of that, and once they got rid of him, the team, like Detroit style, slowly started to rebuild. And and they've done better, and the future does look bright. The new head coach is definitely
local boy.
Yep, a step in the right direction. I'm excited.
I like that hire a lot, actually. I know the history of New England assistant coaches becoming NFL head coaches is not great, but
does he break the trend?
I think
he
could.
So.
The guy's a rocket scientist.
I don't. He's
literally. He's literally a rocket
I hope
scientist.
he does enough. But yeah, I hope he loses twice to the Bears. I hope he goes 14-2 every year.
No, because that means we would still be playing underneath. Like,
no, because we're gonna go 16-0.
Yeah, you hear this? You people out here hear this?
Wow, Phil's drunk already.
Yeah, the Bears undefeated. Let's wait and see. Watch them be 0-1 the first week.
And then you change your tune to 15-1.
Right? You adjust.
Each week,
you adapt.
Each week it changes.
Surprises happen sometimes.
See, as a Detroit fan, that's the thing, right? My expectations are so low that when they win, I'm like, all right, boys, I'll just take it as it is. Make the wild card. Excellent. Most other teams.
It's like a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
We made the playoffs.
I was so happy.
As a Bills fan, I completely agree.
Well, yeah, right. And there was
rioting in the streets. We made the playoffs.
There was too.
Flipping cars. Yeah. Good thing I'm a Detroit Red Wings fan though. Out of them, but I do like the Yankees. So they go to baseball. At least I have one team out of all of them.
Silver's a Red Wings fan, but he hates hockey.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Rangers fan. And yeah, they didn't make the playoffs.
All right. Well.
David's saying John Kitna is predicting 10 wins against the Lions.
Again
for the Lions. I think more like against makes more sense.
That was the worst thing ever as a Detroit Lions fan, because after the first year we were like, all right, don't be stupid, and then he did it again. We're like, come on, guy, you were way off, and he was wrong. He was even worse the second time.
Why did they fire what's his name there?
Jim Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz.
I knew
Thank
you were getting at that.
Thank you.
That blows me away.
I'll blow you away.
Gross.
I don't have an answer for you.
That's fucking gross.
For that sausage bread.
I have no answer for anything Detroit does. They're like an enigma. There's always something missing, one key ingredient. And
I didn't understand that. Like he actually scared me. Like Jim Schwartz's defense was really, really tough.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And he had that team in the right direction, and all of a sudden they let him go. And then he go to Buffalo after that?
Yeah, everywhere he goes, his defense is ridiculously
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
He went to Buffalo and had a great defense I think he was there for 2 years, and then that's when they brought Rex Ryan in as head coach and cleaned house.
Rob the Slob Ryan came in.
Yeah, and it was a joke. It was like a bad reality show. And then he goes to Philadelphia and wins the Super Bowl, Jim Schwartz.
And they just picked up a linebacker recently. Crap, who was it?
Who did?
The Eagles.
Michael Bennett. Well, the guy just got picked up too.
No, okay, you know what? That's what I was reading. They did just pick up Bennett. Linebacker is a need in their draft.
Oh, gotcha.
So actually, yeah, that's why I brought that up. So I can see it happening, and it just makes it stronger. It gets them that sideline to sideline player being that young. I hope it's not that 19-year-old kid coming out of Alabama.
Yeah, but we'll be picked way before them.
I know, right?
They did sign a linebacker this week, too, Paul Warlow from the Atlanta Falcons. Not a big name, but solid player. And they're strapped for cash with the salary cap,
yeah,
too. So
right,
any
that's
value
right.
signings
They
can
are,
get like that are good.
They are just above the fucking Rams. The Rams are in the whole $3 million. The Eagles are above $1.8 million. So it's not much to work with.
So what's the deal with Le'Veon Bell? What do you think is going to play out with him in there? Like, is there another team that's going to pay him as a number 1 running back and a number 2 wide receiver?
No team's going to pay him for 2 positions. That's, if it's obvious with the Kaepernick situation, the league it has a solid stance on something. So,
and in that case, does it set like a tone for guys like David Johnson, who leads his team in wide receiver?
Todd Gurley, pretty soon.
Todd Gurley,
yep.
yeah.
I mean, Matt Forte. I mean, he fucking led the Bears in rushing and receiving. I mean, it's not. It fucking happens. Deal with it. You will get paid accordingly as the number 1 linebacker in the league or running back in the league. So, it's a fat fucking paycheck. You can't get 2.
I agree, but it's like he's prepared to sit out. Same thing as Odell Beckham.
Well, then great. We'll see you playing in the Alliance in a couple of years.
And Odell Beckham wants to be the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? Judging by the money that we've given some of these guys like Garoppolo, he deserves it.
Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Kirk Cousins, yeah. Like, if I'm going to pay Odell Beckham or Le'Veon Bell, I'd rather pay those guys than
I
Matthew
agree
Stafford.
with you. You pay the guys
Yeah.
who produce. My opinion, Beckham, while the athlete, has mental issues and injury issues. So, it's not that day yet. He should play under a 1-year contract or finish out his 5th year and call it and then make that his contract.
Well, I'm thinking even on the side note, okay, yeah, he had those character issues or whatever, but you're coming off an injury. You know what I mean? You're coming off a season-ending injury on a team that shit the bed.
Right.
I mean, in one way you could say, well...
For him to come out and make these demands is just crazy.
Well, in one way you could say, I wasn't there, so look how shitty you guys did without me there. So he could kind of use that as, part of the thing there. But honestly, though, you want to make sure that you're capable of producing.
Right.
Or else you're going to demand this high paycheck. And guess what? Now we've seen it with Brock Osweiler and a few other players. They demand that high money, and when they're not producing at a super high level to earn that money, boom, you're a bust and you're gone. Now you're fighting for your career.
Right.
Lamar Houston for the Chicago Bears. Yep. Remember, he signed to a big contract, kept getting hurt, and then they released him. Now we re-sign him back for the league minimum.
Yep.
So I'm saying if you're Odell Beckham, calm your jets, man. Get healthy.
Yeah.
Prove
yourself.
You're
going to make $8.5 million this year, whether you fucking play or you don't. But if you're going to fucking sit out, you're not going to get fucking shit. And now you're still going to have to prove yourself next year. It's like
he should be working his ass off right now, trying to get healthy and get ready for the season, rather than whining through the media about wanting a trade or wanting a contract extension.
Same thing with Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon Bell needs to shut up. I mean,
well, Le'Veon Bell's proved himself,
and he's.
I think he deserves to be paid as the highest, the highest paid running back in the league. He should make more than fucking Kirk Cousins does in a fucking heartbeat.
Absolutely,
he is, a shit ton more for the Pittsburgh offense than Kirk Cousins will be for the Vikings offense.
And they've franchised him, I think, twice already, I believe.
Yes, yeah. So if they do it this year, they got to pay him an insane amount.
And you know what's fucked up, though? Even worse than that is, so he gets paid, what, like the top percentage of in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the average of the top 5 is how it works.
Right.
Okay, so now this will be the 3rd year they franchise him.
And now they have to multiply that this year, the 3rd time. Dude, it is an insane amount. I don't even know if Pittsburgh can afford it.
Yeah, but it's only for 1 year, though.
Right.
But here's the other problem to that. Now, afterwards, for the player, now you're looking at it, and he's like 3 years later, 3 more, getting hit and, whatever. Now they get to use, well, you're kind of getting old. You got a lot of miles on you, so we can't trust you.
Well, he just made a shit ton in the past 3 years,
But now you got another season, another potential injury.
Right. I see where you're getting. You're taking.
So he wants a contract to make sure that so if he does get hurt,
and he has been hurt too.
Right.
That's
exactly.
The thing. A lot of times it would happen at the end of the season where you wouldn't really see him miss a ton of games in the last few years, but he has been through those scares already. So he's trying to get the long-term deal.
And I don't have a problem with that.
I don't blame him.
I don't especially since he's already sat through the franchise tag several times.
See, I don't have a problem with him. I have a problem with Odell.
See, and that's that. Right, agree. And they on the surface, they both seem like the same old greedy players, blah blah blah.
No.
But then when you look at it with because he is being asked to do 2 positions, it's like saying Odell Beckham. Okay, now you got to run the ball. You know what I mean? Like now you're playing 2 positions. So I don't think he needs to get paid both. But there's.
He deserves to be the highest paid running back
some
in
money
the league.
and show him some loyalty, and that you can stick around. Or we might look at a Barry Sanders type of deal.
Oh man,
I don't want to hear the name.
But you know what I'm saying? Like either that or you wheel and deal him. You trade him, you move him. I think a team like San Fran.
Well, no, they can't even trade him. He's under. Well, he's not even under the tag. Is he under the tag?
He was in the tag from last year, and I think they tried tagging him now, but he's not signing it.
So yeah, he's under some kind of restriction where they have to sign him, shit or get off the pot, basically. So it's fucking sign him, or you're gonna let some other team have the fucking best running back in the league.
Right. Give him a deal that that's the thing is they don't want to pony up that money. They maybe feel like because he has health issues and he's been suspended a few times and misses training camp and.
I honestly think it might be cheaper to fucking sign him to a long-term deal at this point.
Then just
keep
giving
with
him
what they got to do to the franchise tag.
Franchise tag every
year. I do not think they can franchise tag him again if he plays for this contract.
Yeah, you figured 2-3 years ago if they gave him a 3-year deal, basically making what he would be making as a franchised player.
Right.
There's your long-term deal, right? I mean, not extremely long, but there's a 3-year contract for you right there at the top level of
exactly.
NFL
You're in the top
already.
5 fucking running backs. Yeah.
I mean, you're already basically paying the guy a lot the last several years. Just
Mm-hmm.
give him a deal.
Right.
Right. Just make it concrete. He's put the time in. You know what? Now fucking pony up Pittsburgh. Yeah. I agree.
Pony up. Pay the man. But yeah, I don't know. Either that or cut him. Let him go. Cut ties and move on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to like pony up the money
I'm
for
sure
a long term,
fucking
then
Denver would love him. No.
Oh.
Oh, man.
You
I think
went with
I think
Denver.
Detroit would be a good spot for him, actually.
No.
He's from.
you don't want him over
he
there.
played college
New
ball
England.
at Michigan State. He's from Ohio. He can go to the Browns, right, Dave?
You know that New England did go after Corey Dillon. You know, like
Yeah. They had him. Yeah.
that was a move I didn't think they were going to step up for, getting a guy like that.
That would be fuck. That would
be
that
scary.
would suck. Yeah.
Let's not
And
even
you know
think
what?
about
Yeah,
that,
you're right. Right.
please.
Yeah. Let's move on.
But then again,
I'm gonna go get a beer.
they got those draft picks for trade.
Yeah, I'll take one too. Thanks, Sil.
Yeah, I'll do another one. Matt, yep.
Yep, absolutely.
So we were talking about Gronk earlier. Did you guys see the dance party that Shaq had? I think it was last weekend or something.
No.
Thank you.
So I saw a video of Shaq had some crazy electronic dance music party.
Gay robot in the house.
Word up. And Gronk was there. And they had like it looked like a concert setup where they had the stage and they had thousands of people sitting there watching and just checking out the antics that Shaq was doing. They were out there dancing. And Shaq and Gronk had a dance off. And Gronk takes his shirt off. Shaq goes over to him, puts him on his shoulder, and starts piggybacking him around the stage.
Wow, they must have been like
For as
20 feet
humongous as Gronk is, he seriously looked like he was like a 6-year-old boy at that point with Shaq parading around with Gronk on his shoulders. Yeah, Google that one. Shaq and Gronk dance off.
Oh my God. Oh man, we're not going to turn this into a Tosh Point kind of show, are we? Jesus.
They'd have to be like 20 feet tall.
Right.
Holy crap. That's insane.
I was just going to say, that's fucking crazy.
I was watching it.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
I can't actually believe I'm
the age
seeing
difference
this right now.
And his neck must have been so warm.
Maybe that's what it was. It was cold out. He needed a little neck warmer.
Giggity.
So, you got a list going here, don't you?
Oh, okay. So this I found today. We picked the top 15 matchups that this article cannot wait to see in 2018. This is not our list. This is a list that this website came up with. So we're going to debate it masterly. So game 15, Detroit Lions host the New England Patriots.
So that's a Matt Patricia versus New England.
I think that's what they're going for there. That could be an even game, even keeled game.
Where is it at?
It's in Detroit.
It's definitely more even in Detroit.
That would be a great Thanksgiving game.
That would be, yeah.
Even though Detroit has requested the league to play a NFC North division rival, I think that would be a perfect game for Thanksgiving. I think it'd be fucking phenomenal.
I think you're fucking phenomenal.
Either that or Dallas and Patriots.
I can't argue with you, man.
Brought in sausage bread.
It was very good, by the way. Tell your mom that it was delicious.
We'll just roll over and say thanks.
That game really, I guess the whole Matt Patricia New England thing, but that doesn't. Other than that, doesn't really.
Well, you look
no
at it this way.
rivalry there.
There's no rivalry, but you could just see, Patricia knows, what Bill's thinking, mostly.
As well as anybody, probably.
Right. It might make for a good chess match.
Yeah, and I think the only reason Detroit's on this list is because of their new head coach.
Oh, let's pick.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, they wouldn't even be.
Let's make
on
picks on these games.
This list.
Let's make it interesting.
Are we gonna remember?
I'm gonna write them down.
Oh,
wait a minute! I got a computer here. I got Microsoft Word.
I got the internet on computers now.
What?
While you're doing that, I just want to remind people that stop down at Steep Pawnee Volkswagen Stop down to their showroom at 5046 Commercial Drive, Yorkville, New York, and see why it's easy to do business with Steep Ponty Volkswagen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
And then with a thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Right. So we can compare it. Let's compare it to how we're gonna pick during the season and shit. So I'm actually thinking, because it's in Detroit and Detroit's beefing up, I'm gonna pick Detroit in this game.
You're going with Detroit.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good game, grudge match, because it's Detroit. I'm gonna go with Detroit, and I also think this kind of stupid.
Thanks, Homer.
Yeah. But this stupid hype that's even put him on this list, I think will carry over into Detroit, and I think the fans will stand behind their new head coach when New England comes into town and bring up a ruckus, or at least I hope so.
I have a feeling it'll be a primetime game or a Thanksgiving game or
just
something.
cause.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This has got hype. Sunday night, Thursday night,
Yep.
Thanksgiving written,
which works for me
over.
as a
And
Detroit
a lot
Lions
of these games
fan.
probably will.
Yeah, we don't get
the
too
Monday
much
night
TV.
games fucking suck, and didn't the ABC just bitch about how they're getting shafted on Monday night games. So I don't know if we might see a shift toward better games on Monday night now. Because really, Sunday night games are fucking phenomenal.
Brand new broadcast team, too, for Monday night.
Right.
With Gruden gone and Sean McDonough, they put him back on college football.
All right.
So
who's the crew?
I don't know, actually.
Dennis Miller coming back?
There's a broadcaster for ESPN. I think his name is Tessitore. I forget his first name, but
Skeletor.
Really,
it's pronounced Skeletor.
He was on college football, and they kind of swapped McDonough and this guy. And from what I've listened and remembered watching games where he was broadcasting, he is really good. But I don't think they've made any announcement on who the ex-player or coach or football type personality is going to be. Peyton Manning turned him down. I guess they went hard after Peyton Manning, and he just said, "No, I don't want any part of it."
I'd go hard after Peyton
Manning.
After I went soft.
Where's your giggity button on
Giggity.
Yeah. There you go.
Giggity gig. Oh, I just
Yeah.
looked a little.
Woo.
Wow.
Was that
I'm going to say New England.
This UC's
I'm picking New England.
I'm going to root for the Detroit.
I will be rooting my ass off for Detroit,
Right.
but I think it's just going to be New England.
New England. Yeah, I'm going with New England.
I
on
just
that.
always assume that New England wins every game.
Well, that's two against two then. Right?
It's like hard to bet on the Detroit Lions and against the Patriots.
Right.
So the
well,
combination
the only
of
reason
the
I'm
two
doing
are-
it is it's in Detroit. And I don't know what the Patriots are going to do in the draft or in the in the remaining offseason, but right now they're not looking at the same team we just saw in the Super Bowl.
2 league MVPs, 4 Super Bowl rings, guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer. Now let's give him a hand job with this red Solo cup.
He opened the door.
He's right though. Is that you can't trust Detroit?
Yeah.
Being a Detroit fan is the equivalent to being a Syracuse fan. If any of you people that are listening,
Oh my
if
God!
you're a Syracuse bat,
I've been taking a beating for Syracuse
I
for
grew
years.
up in Syracuse. I'm a 315 kid, born and raised. Love them. But if you're a Syracuse basketball fan or football fan, you know the struggle I'm talking about, and that's just what it's like being a Detroit fan.
And a Bears fan.
Sure.
And a Bills fan.
We actually lose to the Lions. Oh, man, that hurt to say.
All right, so next up we got Houston Texans host the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow, that's a good game, actually.
It is.
It took me a minute, right? Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, who the fuck cares about this game? Like, Houston Texans and Jaguars, like,
I expect the Texans to be better.
You think?
Jaguars they're trying to fix something
They went to the AFC Championship game last year,
right?
so
But
they're on the right track.
Between them and Buffalo, it looks like they're getting rid of receivers that didn't play much. So
dead weight.
Right, so they're not really adjusting.
They brought in Moncrief, which Moncrief and they lost Hearns, which that's kind of a wash.
And Robinson.
Allen Robinson didn't really. I don't think he played at all. What was the first game he got hurt?
Houston's got a lot of tough problems on O-line and
but they got
defense.
Deshaun Watson coming back.
Right. Yeah. No. I know.
Then you got J.J. Watt coming back. Merciless coming back.
Looking good.
You got the Honey Badger back there. Tyrann Mathieu. Dude, that's
Don't fuck with the
huge.
Oh, yeah, you're
pickup
right. I
right
forgot
there.
about that. This fucking happened 2 weeks ago.
No first-round draft pick there for the Houston because
Oh.
they traded it basically for Deshaun Watson last year.
Oh, right.
That's the second of the Cleveland Browns picks. The number 4 pick is.
Boy, you're
the
making this
Houston-
game better and better, you guys.
is the
This
Houston
awesome.
Texans pick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at first I was like, shit game. But then, like, you start thinking about it. And,
Yeah.
like, with, Watson coming back. And they've been playing the game against Seattle.
Right. Oh, yeah,
From
yeah.
last year, they've been playing repeats of that. And, man, what a great game.
I think we talk about that game every time I come on, and it was such a great.
It was such a great game. And then you remember the kid's a rookie, and that was the last game he played, and like so, I'm hoping he could pick up where he left off. And they're my sleeper AFC team to go.
Russell Wilson, he's a foot. No, I know every time.
And Russell Wilson.
And Russell Wilson. But that's my
only
sleeper
one
team.
touchdown. He didn't have a part in.
Oh my God, there's the stat. That's what I was waiting for. Oh man, that's awesome.
Is that a real stat?
That is a real stat.
He had a part of every single touchdown last year except one.
Wow.
For the
There was
Seahawks.
one touchdown that was a running back.
Yep.
Rushing touchdown. Every other touchdown was a Russell Wilson pass or run.
That's insane.
It is, and I know I mention it every single time.
Yes,
but
you do.
It is so insane. I have to.
Who wants to be a running back for him then?
Speaking of Seattle running backs, too, Thomas Rawls went to the Jets. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I
think
did
that was
not.
this past week.
So they picked up. Didn't they pick up the Crowell too, or was that the Giants?
Yeah, they picked up Crowell and they got Rawls there, which, Rawls, I'm not really too impressed with him, but
He's a bruiser.
he's a depth guy, almost kind of like what the Bills did with Chris Ivory there, bringing on a secondary running back that could be a bruiser if he's healthy.
I like that pickup with Chris Ivory.
I do too.
I
think
think
that's a nice
he's a
pickup.
strong runner. He's a guy that can wear out the defense.
And running back depth crushed them last year. McCoy was banged up in the playoff game and played.
Pretty sure you could wear out a D.
McCoy gutted it out and played in the playoffs, but he wasn't 100%. And if you had a guy like Ivory there, where you could spell McCoy and hope to get some home run plays out of McCoy when he was banged up in the playoffs, and then just run Ivory into the line and just power running game there.
But I think you can almost
maybe
go-
that changes. Maybe that game changes. Who knows?
Right, you can use them both because they're two different style running backs.
Right, exactly. Yep.
I'm going with the home team again. Houston on this one.
I didn't pick, but I'm going with Houston as well.
I'll take Houston. I like the Texans.
See, I wish the schedule was out, because if this was like opening week or game number
It could go
2,
either way, yeah.
then who knows? Watson shaking off the rust and all that. But without knowing that, I'll also go with the Houston Texans.
All right, it's a sweep.
Which I'm not too confident in. I almost went to Jacksonville because that defense is nasty.
It is.
And that running game, Leonard Fournette is a beast.
I'm just, see, that's the thing. I'm still going back to, and this is exactly what I referred to in my head. Which Jacksonville team are we going to get? Are we going to get every couple of weeks they got fucking wishy-washy and destroyed, Fuck, but they should have it solidified by next year. Changing my pick. I'm going Jacksonville.
Even though the Honey Badger's back there.
Shut the fuck off. All right.
Who, by the way, I think is, he could play linebacker, he could play safety, he could play corner. I mean, if the Bears weren't so young at the secondary and with promising players, I would have loved to grab somebody like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like he felt
Sure
that.
you would.
Anyway, what was the next game?
All right, next game is Carolina host the Dallas Cowboys. Carolina easily.
So what's the
I'm
connection?
so-
Is there
I'm
any
sorry.
connection there? Or
I'm
is
like,
that just,
how is this a great fucking game?
Like, why that game? Why?
This is let's fucking watch Tampa Bay versus the Giants. I mean, oh shit, that's the next game. No, I'm kidding.
Well, at least then you got the JPP connection.
Right, yeah. See, right?
Like, what do you got with Carolina and
Carolina? I should have read this fucking article before I started reading off the game. So
I like
could,
it better.
So I could at least justify it, but I've got no justification. I'm not sure why you would want to see this game. So
I'll go Carolina. I'm not.
Is
big
it the
on-
Greg Hardy
I'm not big on.
Are you
Dallas.
right? the Greg Hardy connection.
The Greg Hardy revenge game.
Yeah, thanks for giving it to us.
Yeah, I even reading the article, they got nothing that just Prescott's first time playing Cam Newton. Is that all we got?
That's it, apparently.
So all right, well, fuck. If I got to pick a winner, I'm going Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know about Dallas this year. They didn't. I mean, they weren't in position to make any moves because of their salary cap situation, but they didn't really do anything.
No, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, me too. and I think you might still see Des Bryant get caught too.
The
rumors of that are kind of heating up a little bit. Save some money, and the guy is
they just
slow
signed
now. He's
Hearns,
not,
right?
He's not what he was. Yeah, that's right. That was their one kind of notable move was they picked up Hearns.
And Thompson.
That's right, Deontay Thompson. So they picked up a couple receivers. What's that tell you? You know, you might see a lot of money come off the books if they were able to just cut ties with Dez.
Then where does he go?
Who you got?
It's got New England.
No.
Oh, I just saying where's he
It's
going?
got New England written all over it to me.
Would you take him over in Detroit? Yeah, actually, he probably would do good in Detroit. Honestly.
Yeah. You never know. Give Matthew Stafford a tall target again.
Yep.
But
it actually would be a great fit for him. It would be a great fit for him.
It would. You know, sign him to a 1-year contract.
Well, they need a tight end, right? So Des Bryant's available.
There you go.
No, he's way too loose for that.
No, I have to say, you never know. I'll have to probably a Sunday night game. That's usually Dallas's time. I'll take Dallas on this one.
All right.
Gaff?
I went with Carolina.
I'm going Carolina as well.
All right.
Just because much I hate the Cowboys.
All right, listen up, everybody. This is former Governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're listening to the D-Line, only on Disruption Networks. That's the D. Do it now.
Baltimore hosts the Oakland Raiders.
Baltimore hosts the Oakland Raiders.
Really? That's one of the top 15 matchups.
I'm
of the
really
season?
trying to fucking figure out where they're going with this fucking list.
Well,
the next game's better. It
depends on
like.
which Raiders are.
I thought it was. Weren't they supposed to move to Vegas
next year, right? Or 2 years next year?
I think they have at least one more year in Oakland.
I gotcha. Okay.
But I don't know. I'm going Baltimore. They're a more steady team. I mean, I like Derek Carr. I think he's a great. Oh wait, now they get Jordy Nelson. I'm going Raiders.
And RG3.
I'm going Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oakland's got Jordy Nelson.
Raiders
All
also
right, so
signed Doug Martin.
Yeah.
Did they get Marshawn Lynch back?
He's still there.
All
yeah.
right, I'm gonna go with Raiders. But you know why? Because I think Marshawn Lynch is the most Raider of all times.
He pretty much is.
We had this conversation.
He belongs there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
He's from
just
Oakland too. It's perfect.
He fits. He's the most Raider.
Baltimore went 9-7. You know, they were another up and down team. They never had outstanding numbers.
They have no receivers either.
No.
I don't think. They signed a couple, but they're not difference makers.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders on this one. Is that where we're all doing?
I was at Oakland.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Oakland.
Yeah.
I have no confidence in Joe Flacco.
I'd like to see Oakland, come out, and have a great year.
Yeah, and I think that's like
especially if it is their last year in Oakland, it would be cool to see him go out with a good contending playoff.
Talk about the riots in that city.
Ooh. Oh, right.
All right, so we're gonna get another matchup. How is this possible? New England at Steelers again.
Steelers.
Well, yeah,
that's a notable matchup. Yeah,
that makes more sense.
That's because it's number one versus number one. So
that makes more sense. Than
they're rivals, aren't they?
Well, after last year's fucking game,
which would have been a catch too, with the new rules.
I'm definitely going Steelers on this one.
Me too. Even as much as I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, I hate New England even more. So.
Well, do we wait for the?
I'm just being biased on this.
LeVar Bell thing.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
LeVar Bell.
Well, I've already picked New England once, so I can't do it again, and I'll go the Steelers. I can't pick New England.
Yeah, I'm going
twice in
Steelers too
4
because I think the Steelers, when they play each other, they're going to have a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder, especially after the way with Jesse James or whatever his name is.
Yep, Jesse James. Yep.
After that whole is it a catch, isn't it a catch bullshit.
Right. Are they in Pittsburgh? Do you know?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I got everybody down for that. I've just across the board. That was easy. Christ. Seattle hosts the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay. Easily. I think Green Bay's doing a lot more this offseason than Seattle is to help themselves. I don't see why this is on this list.
Well, because they got the whole fake ref. Remember
the replacement ref game when Golden Tate was there with Seattle. Yeah, that's the only connection I could think of. Oh, Jamie Graham too. Jamie Graham playing for the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Well, don't you got Aaron Rodgers is back too?
And Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's back,
Any
right?
game with Aaron
He
Rodgers could be a marquee
He
matchup.
didn't finish last season, correct?
Aaron
Right.
Rodgers
Oh,
versus
right.
Russell Wilson. You know,
Yeah,
that's
basically.
notable.
Okay, prime. Yeah, you could do that. That'd be a good Thursday night game. I could see that.
I'm gonna go with Seattle. I think this is a game where Russell Wilson like gets up for. I think he's like, this is that kind of game where he gets into a shootout, and I think they could take the game if it's a shootout.
It's definitely going to be a shootout. That was the first thing I thought of when
I agree,
when I
yeah,
heard
especially
it.
with Seattle's defense just depleted now, with Sherman gone and Bennett gone, and a lot of these guys coming off injuries.
Right. And Rodgers isn't the quarterback to be down points and give up. He's going to come out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gunning.
I'll go Green Bay.
All right.
I'm with him.
But here's the other thing that people aren't thinking. I mean, Jimmy Graham's great, but he had time to develop a relationship. Like with Jordy Nelson, the like timing and whatever. It might not be that instant with Jimmy Graham. I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty much going to be when you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. I mean, he had he's had 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks now, I believe.
Yeah, that team's quite.
Jimmy Graham's had some of the best quarterbacks in the league. But I don't know. I think for some reason I think I'm going with Seattle.
All right, I got you down.
What do you got?
I got San Fran hosts the Oakland Raiders.
No, who did you pick in that game?
Oh, I picked the Packers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just want to hear you say that again.
Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?
That's right.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Several times.
Yeah.
So what is this game?
Well, no.
There was no reason for you to pipe in on that one.
Why are you blushing, dude?
I was just gonna say I've shared a locker room with this guy before. We used to play football, so I can testify.
That's why the helmet's here, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Doc.
Yeah, I can testify to this, unfortunately.
That wasn't the one I wanted to play.
All right.
Thank God.
All right, so what's this next game?
San Fran hosts the Oakland Raiders. This should actually be a decent game.
But is it a notable game? Like, I mean, it should be a decent, but I don't know if it's a notable game. I mean, what's the
half these
allure there? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bay Area teams playing against each other,
maybe.
Possibly for the last time, with Oakland moving to
I can see
Vegas. That's the only my guess. I don't know. That's the only connection I can think of to make it a marquee matchup.
Gonna take a wild stab here. Yeah, not knowing where it is.
Former Crabtree teams.
What's going on in the thing? I'm going Raiders. I'm going Raiders on this one.
San Fran.
I'm also going with Oakland. They're gonna. I'm hoping. I think they're gonna have some fire behind them this year.
Well, the Gruden also was coach at San Fran too.
Oh, that's right. He was an assistant coach there before. Yep. I'm gonna go San Fran.
Yeah, I think San Fran. You got Garoppolo there.
Splitting it up.
They. I just feel like they're gonna have a better team this year. I think they're gonna surprise some people.
Well, we get a rematch of the playoff game. Minnesota hosts the New Orleans Saints.
Now that's a marquee matchup.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Saints are gonna fucking blow their fucking doors off.
So Minnesota's hosting the game.
Yes,
So it's in
it
Minnesota?
doesn't matter. The Saints are pissed. I don't care if it's fucking week 14 or week 1.
Because I am coming for you. Prepare yourself, because I am literally going to sodomize you on the battlefield. I'm going to have non-consensual sex with your face and butt.
Marcus Williams is going to have the game of his life.
On that note, I'm going to go to New Orleans also.
Okay, guys, hang on. I got to fucking write this shit down.
I'm sold on that.
Marcus Williams is going to have the game of his life in that game. He's going to go out there and hit everything in sight.
Yeah, right?
After missing that tackle.
They should have like matador things out there for him.
Oh, you know what? That's like the crowd? That would be
like,
pretty good.
That would be good.
Little matador.
All right, so you're going Saints, Gaffney?
I'm going to watch for that.
Actually, I think I'm going to go Minnesota.
All right.
I like that Minnesota team. That defense is ridiculously good. And
No, they shit the fucking bed in the fucking NFC Championship.
They did,
That
but-
game, that fucking defense looked like a fucking screen door with big holes in it.
But you know what?
Like
So
a
did-
chain link fence.
So did Jacksonville's against Pittsburgh, even though they won that game. What was the final score of that game? Like 48-43 or something like
Yeah.
that? I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what happened in that playoff game, but I like
Bad
that team.
coaching decision on, you know.
Talk about
Yeah.
playoffs.
Bad decision. Bad choices.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. And I dislike Minnesota so much that I didn't even want to play semi-pro for a team that named the Vikings. And then like a couple years after I stopped playing, they changed it to the Yard Dogs. I'm like, you fuckers.
Who you picking, Matt?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. All right.
Yeah, I'm going New Orleans too.
All right.
I think
I only got one Vikings.
I think they just got lucky.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. We've got another New England game. New England hosts the Green Bay Packers.
Squish me with that whale blubber there, fruity nuts.
You're just fucking rattling them all off today, aren't you?
These are great, man. I love them.
So, yeah, he hasn't heard them all.
No.
I can't wait. Because we're gonna take a break after the draft, but we're gonna come back next season. I've already got fucking plans for new drops and shit. I can't wait. I got all these movies in my head. I can't wait to hit you with them all.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, it's
everybody.
gonna be delicious.
Even more delicious than that sausage bread.
Right.
Which is pretty good.
Which is pretty damn delicious.
All right, where was I? Oh yeah, New England hosts the Green Bay Packers. Oh, there's
been a lot of repeat
tough one.
teams.
Well,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah.
The Martellus Bennett battle. Wow. Yeah. Battle of who I want to lose the most.
Oh my God! Yeah, this has got Sunday night written all
I know
over
who I
it.
want to lose.
It's like
the
Bin
most.
Laden versus Saddam Hussein. Like, really?
It's a great analogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump.
Well, we're not saying the Cowboys.
Steve Young, Joe Montana makeout fest is what it is. Oh fuck! I have no idea. You know what
Well,
fucking
you gotta
team
stick
you're
with,
gonna
I
get?
gotta go with New England
Yeah,
because Green Bay's in our division and they're Green Bay.
I gotta. Green Bay's doing a lot. New England's not doing as much. Just what I know now. I'm going Green Bay.
New England's got a lot of draft picks, though.
I know. They do.
I'm gonna go, as much as I hate to do it, I'm gonna go New England.
All right.
I will never pick New England. I don't care how much they're favored to win. So.
All right,
Cheers to
Packers.
that.
It
I
is.
admire
Yeah.
that.
All right, there you go.
Dude.
Stand by your bride.
tough.
There you go.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf!
Yes.
Oh, the sausage bread.
Well, it's meat in a loaf.
You gotta make a new skit for a drop. I mean,
Right.
It'd be Silbreth going, Mom, sausage bread.
Just so you know, she called me.
Yeah. Okay.
I just asked her to nicely cut it up and warm it up for me so I could bring it to you guys.
That's a good idea, Dr. Faggot.
Yeah, it was a fucking great idea.
I'm here for the gangbang.
All right, so what's the next game?
Denver hosts the Los Angeles Rams. Rams easily, I could see why this could be a good game just because of the location, being at Denver. But yeah, the Rams are just fucking stacked.
Yeah, I'll go Rams on that too. I think they could be the class of the NFC this
Going
year.
against Casey?
Yeah, right? Now that
I
he's
know,
off
yeah,
the Vikings
that's-
too, you can root for him.
Right? But I'm going Rams. I mean, that Rams team is stacked, and that defense looks nasty. I mean, we mentioned before, Aqib Talib.
Is this going to be that game though? Being in a high
Ndamukong Suh.
altitude.
Ndamukong Suh, yep, with Aaron Donald. I mean, wow, that team's got a lot of attitude. A lot of attitude
Brandon
on
Cooks
defense.
there now on offense.
Yep. They're
Todd
just
Gurley.
getting fucking stronger, and yeah, they're $3 million in the fucking hole for doing it. But they're just going to cut some dead weight, and
Yeah, I have no problem with it. They're going for a Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
Remember
Right.
when Baltimore a few years back when they picked up Shannon Sharp and
Right.
like a bunch of other players and like they geared up. I think Rod Woodson was on that team.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
they really loaded up. You
Yeah.
know, and they won it. So that's what you got to do sometimes.
What you got, Matt?
Same. LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Kind of have to at that point.
Yeah, and the altitude thing, back in the day, I think it's more of a difference than it is now with all the oxygen and
Right.
all the, the benefits they're providing to them.
They
They can recover a lot faster.
Yeah.
Than they could back then.
And Denver had more issues than just quarterback last year. Like I've seen so many of their wide receivers just drop passes. You know, Des Bryant-esque. You know what I mean? They were just dropping passes left and right.
Casey will have a decent year, but he's not going to be the holy savior. So, yeah.
Yep. They got to get a better run.
What'd you pick, Anthony?
I took the Rams.
Okay.
And I was just reading an article about the Rams cap situation, and even though they are, what was it, $3 million over right now, so they're going to have to make some moves. Going into next year, into 2019, right now, the way things stand, they have the second most cap space in the league behind the Jets going into next year. So that and the Adamick and Sue contract is a 1-year deal. There's probably a whole bunch of front-loaded contracts there.
14 mil?
Some 1-year deals that a lot of money is coming off the books for them next year.
Oh, wow.
Brandon Cooks is part of that too, I believe. But,
okay.
So Aaron Donald
they're
working on an extension
they're
for him.
100% going for it right now.
Yep.
Because next year you're getting a fucking different team.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you said they're second most in the cap.
Oh yeah, so they could still re-sign some of those guys.
They can choose who they want to re-sign. So Aaron Donald is obviously their top choice. Working on a long-term deal for him, and then bring Cooks back if he has a good year.
Well, Sue's on that prove it contract. Are you washed up? Are you what do you got?
Sue has a good year and he likes it in LA.
That's what kills me.
There,
he's actually had decent years. The past 3 years in Miami, he's been fine.
Yeah,
he's been fine.
He's been pretty good. Yeah.
He's been a little bit.
He hasn't been the piece of shit he was in Detroit.
The contract.
No, but at least he's more productive in Detroit.
He was a piece of shit. In Detroit.
The contract he signed to go to Miami was ridiculous. That was the only reason why Miami got rid of him, is because of how much they paid him.
Right.
And that's
he's still
what we were talking about
great
before,
player. Yeah. I mean, he is a scumbag, but
but now they're going to use his age as part of his negotiation. Now next year he's going to be 1 year older, so they're going to be like, well, you're how many years in now? So you only probably got 2, 3, 4 more years left, and kind of negotiate from there. So I think he'll be back if he has, like you said, if he buys in and has a decent season. They have the ability to sign him. I think somebody like Brandon Cooks might be gone. I think they'll keep him, see how he does, and if he's not like, home run hitter.
And if Beckham's a free agent, they just sign him instead of trading for him.
There you go.
With all that money they're going to have.
Wait the year, right? All right. So next we're at we're in the top 5 now. Dallas Cowboys host the New York Giants. This has its normal flair, I guess. Cowboys Giants.
I think
but seeing as both of them didn't make the playoffs, I don't really have that same kind of want to see this game.
Giants have done a few things, but really nothing that I feel like separates them. I mean, they signed Gay for cornerback, and then they picked up Ogletree, which is a good pickup. And then
I better not see fucking reverse this Cowboys at Giants later in this fucking list.
Right,
I'm gonna be
that's
pissed.
the next one.
I don't.
But then they traded JPP, and JPP I think was better than Ogletree.
They made some weird moves so far.
Yeah.
The whole Ogletree trade, what they gave up for him, they didn't have a lot of draft picks to begin with.
Right.
And that's one of the things that has made me, keep.
They had no cap space either, though.
Keep an eye on them for a potential Buffalo Bills trade in the draft. Is, for one thing, their GM Gettleman worked with Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane for years in Carolina. For another thing, the Giants don't have that many draft picks for a team that is apparently sticking with Eli. They could draft a quarterback at number 2 if they stay there, but I think Eli is the starter of game 1. And
what kind of riff would that cause if they picked a number 2 overall pick at a quarterback with Eli there?
Right. Oh, can you imagine the media circus all season long?
I mean, I think they should. Because
every time Eli throws an interception, which is a lot, it would just be.
We did it last time you were here.
It'd be craziness. It'd be back pages of the New York tabloids, like every game. Josh Rosen stares down Eli Manning wanting to go into the game, or Josh Allen, or whoever they pick. It would just be a constant media circus.
Right.
Whereas if they did make a move, say the Bills trade up to number 4 with Cleveland or something, and then the Giants figure, okay, if we're getting the number 4 pick as part of a package in the trade, okay, we're more open to trading number 2, and then you pick up a Saquon Barkley or a Bradley Chubb, who I guess they both met with this week, then you're adding some draft picks, and you're maybe putting some quality players in the lineup around Eli Manning, and maybe giving him a prayer to succeed. But yeah, if they draft a quarterback at number 2, which I don't think is necessarily a bad move.
No, not at all.
It's just gonna turn into just a dumpster fire there all season long.
Well, the media. I mean, when they benched Eli, everyone went nuts. But it's like, guys. I mean, okay, you bench him for Geno Smith.
Yeah,
which that to me made no sense. You're not developing anybody. If you're gonna go with and put somebody in there, put a younger kid.
Yeah,
in there.
it was the other kid they had there, Davis Webb, I think.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
He
was like a mid-round draft pick quarterback, maybe third.
Right, it makes more sense to give
rounder.
him some play. Like
instead of Geno Smith, a proven failure.
Exactly.
quarterback.
Exactly.
I mean, somebody that
it doesn't even
not
fit
your future
scheme at all.
Is not your future at all. If you put your guy in, like what the Bills did with Peterman, I think it was a terrible move, but I think that made more sense than what the Giants did putting Geno Smith in. But who knows? It should be interesting. I think this draft is going to be.
I think the Giants would probably do better trading down. Like you said, they don't have a lot of draft picks. They don't have a lot of cap space.
Right.
Trade down, pick up some more players.
And if the Bills are that trade partner, then maybe they do it in steps like they kind of already have, getting up to 12. Maybe they make a trade with Cleveland and get up to 4, or with the Indy to get up to 6, and then trade with the Giants. Whatever package they can offer of picks becomes more attractive, because then the Giants are still at number 4, number 6, or wherever that middle ground is that the Bills are kind of trying to step up. I know we're kind of on a tangent here because Sil had to step away with
Sil's
our
taking a
picks.
poop. You pooping?
Too much sausage. But I saw an article this week too. It was some anonymous NFL GM said Brandon Beane of the Bills is trying to trade up for his quarterback, trying like hell to trade up in the draft. Now, who they have their eye on, it's obviously quarterback. I don't know which one. Rosen, Allen, Mayfield. I think Darnold's probably going to go number 1 to the Browns, but we'll see. And this draft, I think we're 3 weeks away. 3 weeks today from the first round.
It's going to be good.
And I think you're going to see a lot more action than usual than you see, especially at the top end of the draft.
This is going to be
a whole bunch of trades.
The first draft I've watched in years. Usually I just catch fucking updates. I mean, I used to have draft parties and do crazy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking draft pools.
And part of that is because you're so far removed from football season at that point. You just want to have like a little football get together. But as far as the actual draft goes, a lot of times it's not very exciting.
No, I actually I've gone to one before, and
did you?
And it was crazy. It was the one where Minnesota forgot to get didn't get their pick in on time.
Right, yeah.
So teams were just racing up to the front back when the teams used to sit at the place. This was 2001 in Madison Square Garden.
They picked like Bryant McKinney or something that
year.
Yeah. Offensive lineman.
Yeah. Well, they did it 3 picks too late. It's like, it's so crazy. It was awesome.
Which I don't. Why would you pick a number 1 overall pick, a O lineman?
That's a possibility for the Bears. It's still
number
a tough
1 overall pick.
Oh well,
I mean, like a first round pick, I get it, but.
Unless the guy's guaranteed to be like the next Joe Thomas, then I don't see it either. Or unless you're a team that is an established good team that somehow had traded for that pick.
Well, how are you guy's gonna be as good as Joe Thomas? I mean, you don't. I mean, look at what the Packers did. Fucking the '90s with what's his name that
Marinovich.
Yeah, I mean,
even Brandon Flowers.
Fuck that guy work out.
Yeah, and the Bills have done it too with lineman Mike Williams from Texas. I think he was like the 5th overall pick, and
Chris Williams, Gabe Karimi.
They thought he was a franchise left tackle, and he was awful.
Sorry, I had to step away. We had a power outage last night because of the fucking storm.
Yeah,
and the wife didn't have internet, didn't know how to turn on the UPS unit. I got my internet on a just a battery backup, and I turned it off last night because I'm like, well, if I don't have power tomorrow, I want internet tomorrow. So I forgot to turn it on before I left the house. My bad.
So little tech support right here from the D line.
Yeah. So I'm just like, you got to flip it over, and you got to fucking. It's the facing the wall, and you just hold the button in for 2 seconds. I got the green light. Yep, you're good. Click.
And now she can tune into the show.
Right? Yeah. All right. So did we get picks on this? I'm going Cowboys. I don't want to, but I'm gonna.
Who was it again?
Giants and Cowboys.
Giants. Duh.
That was horrible timing. I was like, I am.
or great timing.
I'll be here all day, folks.
Fucking
You couldn't have done that any worse time. Okay. So I am not going for the Giants.
All right.
Because who the hell claims to be from a different state when they're not?
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
I like that.
And I'm not going to go any deeper than that for everybody listening. It's bullshit. No other sport. No other.
Is that your
thing.
same argument, Gaffney? No.
It is a great
There's
argument
only
ever.
one team in New York State. I'll put it that way.
Well, I don't think me and him are talking about the same team either. But on that note, I'm going with the Cowboys.
So who are you picking, Gaffney?
I'll go with the Dallas Cowboys. I
Alright.
hate the Dallas Cowboys, but with Zeke suspension drama over with, and
When it comes to the Giants-Cowboys game,
I'm not.
gotta go
I
with
don't think Dallas is going to be any good next year, but I don't think the Giants are either. But again, they have the second overall pick. If they don't pick a quarterback and sit him behind Eli, they're going to have a really good starting player in their lineup somewhere, whether it's Chubb or Barkley or who knows.
All right. So at number 4, we got another playoff rematch. Jacksonville hosts the Patriots, and I'm going Jaguars on this one as well.
5 Patriots games here?
I know, right? What the
yeah.
What
All
the
the games
fun
the
time?
Patriots are playing.
Here's the marquee games of the season. It's 16 games with the New England Patriots.
By Greg Williams.
So this, so this one's in Jacksonville, you said?
Yes, it is.
I'm going Jacksonville. Just because I hate New England.
agreed.
All right. That's 3.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right.
You just couldn't go New England
I could
again.
not.
No,
I
absolutely
picked them
not.
twice already. That's enough.
Yeah. You said the first
I've
time.
stayed away from them. I think
I picked him once already.
I think
can't
that
do it
Super
again.
Bowl loss is going to be
I know.
devastating mentally. I don't see him coming back. I think this one's going to hurt.
Tom Brady's getting older. I don't
Yep.
care if he had 550 yards in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
At one point, it's going to happen. Look what happened with Peyton Manning.
I think his arm's just going to fall off.
Peyton Manning was setting records. What did he have? Like 55 touchdowns
50,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And then it was like 1 year later, just dropped off a cliff. It happened that quick, and I don't think that's going to happen with Brady this year.
What I
but
think is like
it's going to happen at some point within the next couple of years. I hope.
What I think is kind of funny though, like is Peyton Manning's like one of his worst years as a pro. He wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gets benched and wins the Super Bowl.
He's trying to do his Eli impression that year, I think.
He's
See,
much
Eli,
better.
I can suck and win a Super Bowl too.
We got KC at the LA Rams.
We already did that one.
The Sammy Watkins revenge game.
No, we did San Fran.
Oh, I
that
think
was-
it's like Casey, like
No,
Casey Keenum.
Kansas City at the Los Angeles Rams.
I got
do
you now.
Do you need a beer, bro?
I got to.
Case Keenum should have went to the Chiefs. He could have backed up Mahomes there. He
Right,
could be
yeah.
He could really be Casey Keenum. So this game is the Sammy Watkins and Marcus Peters game.
Yeah.
The swap
I'm going
teams
Rams
pretty much.
easily on this one.
I'm going KC.
All right.
I think this is one of those games that Kansas City can steal from them. Kansas City, they got tons of.
They do. They still got
weapons
tons
on
of talent.
offense.
Yep.
They do.
And they got their defense can show up too. So
I think the Rams D is a little more attractive.
Especially against a rookie quarterback.
a little.
Especially against a rookie quarterback. No matter how good the kid may be, that is a tough matchup for a rookie to be facing Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald and Peters.
I think
and
they could stave
Talib.
him. I think they could stave him off though with Kareem Hunt running the ball and Kelsey over the middle. I think they the short options are there, and they get that team where they could take a small 5-yard pass and bring it 15, 20.
They have the
90
talent
yards.
to do it for sure.
It's still awesome what they did against the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
on that fucking play before the half, dude. I fucking loved that. They fucking
And I think Matt Nagy's gone now, but I think they still have that element of surprise. You know that they mix things around a little bit. So I kind of think KC's going to steal this game.
All right.
I'm with LA.
LA?
Yeah.
Rams for me.
Okay.
That defense against a rookie quarterback is too much for me to not pick them.
Right. They might have a bad drive or two, but then they'll group.
Yep.
They're veterans, most of them.
Another playoff game. The Eagles host the Vikings.
Ooh, there's
that'll be
that's
decent.
a nice matchup. Now that one belongs on here too, for sure.
Yeah, Philly all day with me. I think they're gonna.
Yep, I agree.
Yep, they're gonna take it.
Now that's a tricky one too, to depending on where it is in the schedule, because I mean, obviously Nick Foles did his thing in the playoffs and Super Bowl, but
all right, well,
who starts that game?
Let's say it's week 16.
So it's Carson
and
Wentz, you figure.
Philly's already made the playoffs.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's just say now you got to pick.
Vikings are fighting for a wild card. I like Philly in that one. I'll go with the defending Super Bowl champs.
So, you know, Vikings are an intriguing team right now because they're getting Dalvin Cook back. You know, and
new starting quarterback.
New starting quarterback. You don't know if he's going to gel really well.
How's that defense going to come back after their fucking ass whooping they took?
Yeah, but now they just who'd they pick up on defense?
You know, that guy.
On the D-line. Giggity. The fuck is his name?
Schittenhammer. Yep.
It's actually pretty worrisome. But, you know, you got to feel.
E-A-T-L-E-S-Eagles! Yeah, you got it, Gaffney? I was just clicking around.
I hope they kick the shit out of him. But I think that's it, though. Everyone thinks that Kirk Cousins is going to come rocking right in and just own him and just, like, bring him to the Super Bowl. I don't think so. I think it's going to take time for him to gel. I don't think he's going to, like, come out immediate. So, I don't know.
I clicked on the Vikings here to see what transactions they've made.
Oh, Sheldon Richardson.
There you go. Well, that's right. Yeah. I was bitching about that 2 weeks ago.
Yes. And I'm the stoner.
Right. It's short memory, man.
All those head traumas.
Right? That fucking asshole's got the fucking.
They also have Trevor Semi in there now, too.
His backup?
Backing up Kirk Cousins.
Matt, what do you got? Minnesota at Philly.
Philly.
All right.
Yeah. You know he ain't going to Minnesota.
Nope.
And did you say Eagles as well?
Yeah.
All right.
I did. The
ball. Oh. Squish me with that whale blubber there.
That one. I got a little excited.
What was the ball on the? Was that the field goal drop?
No, this was.
The ball is at the Patriot 1. The Seahawks break huddle. Second and goal at the 1. The quarterback Wilson is in the shotgun formation. Lynch will flank him to his left. 2 wide to the near side, 1 to the far. In the shotgun, there's the snap. It's felt high. Quick throw. It's intercepted at the goal line. It's intercepted by Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler is intercepted.
I don't know why you made that a drop.
It's because we were talking about. It's funny you picked that because April Fools. I was looking. You know, what's a good fucking meme to put up on the show? And one of them was fucking Russell Wilson handing off to Marshawn Lynch, and it says April Fools.
I seen the other ones where like Odell Beckham was traded to the Bears or to the Browns.
Yeah, right. I've seen a bunch of those too.
It's like, oh man, that was fucking good. So that was perfect for that little segue. And it's actually a good Seattle Seahawks segue into our next game. Seattle Seahawks host the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle's lost a lot.
And it's a divisional game.
Yeah, I'm going, regardless if it's at Seattle or not, I'm going 49ers on this one.
Is this the first divisional game on this list?
No, we had the Giants-Cowboys earlier.
Giants-Cowboys. I think there was just a couple of them, though.
Yeah, I know.
Texans and Jaguars was one.
Yep.
Man, that's a tough one because I don't know what Seattle's going to even look like this year.
Yeah, these are all, it's hard to answer based on what week.
Right.
And this and that.
Yep.
Who knows who's going to be
That's
hurt?
why this is fun, because we don't have a fucking clue.
I'll throw
We're all
Seattle
like Mel
out
Kiper
there.
right now.
I'll throw Seattle out there.
All right. Seahawks for you. I'm going 49ers.
I'll go Seahawks again.
I'm going to take San Fran. Yes.
And we split down the middle.
That might be a first.
And I will save this document, put it in a little Pringles container, and bury it in the ground
Was that all of them?
September 10th. No.
Was that all the games?
That's it. We're done.
Not a single fucking Bears game.
Well, no. Why would there be?
No Bills, no Jets.
They got a whole new coaching staff. They just revamped that offense.
Yeah,
They had a number 10
there's
defense.
apparently nothing. See, that's why we were here to talk about it, because we got to debate. What the hell? Yeah, there's no Bears games.
Lions got one?
Just the
of them
one,
in
and I
there.
said they only made the list because of the coaching.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's-
Yeah.
Because it was a Patriots game.
Yeah, and that was the only one.
They were on the Patriots schedule, so they made the list.
The Patriots must have been on there, about 10 or 15?
Fuck it, that was gross.
Yeah.
Patriots' whole schedule is on there, except
I'm
for
so
the games they
sick
played
of
the
hearing
Bills
about
and
that
Jets.
team.
Right. I mean, they got more games. Would Eagles get one game?
I got a couple. Hang on, let me see. Eagles, Minnesota Eagles. That's one. That's one. And then there's
Eagles had
one.
like 2 or 3.
And then
Steelers got one.
There's just one.
Just one.
I was like, we were both like, yeah, no, they easily had 2. Nope, just
You
one.
would think that the Patriots were the Super Bowl champs.
Or the Cowboys. I mean, they had a
Right.
Cowboys.
I know,
and
what the
Giants
fuck?
game,
Cowboys
like-
Giants. How is it? I mean, other than Giants and Cowboys fans, how's that exciting to you or I? I mean, they both shit the bed last year. I don't really fucking care. I hope they fucking both fucking. I hope the buses go and they don't make it to the stadium.
Honestly, and from somebody who's not a NFC North fan, because you guys all are, but I mean, how is that any different than
You
like
got something against the NFC North?
No, I was going to give you a compliment here.
Yeah, right.
How is that any different than like a Bears Packers game?
Right,
Like saying,
exactly.
Like Giants,
Which is the
Cowboys.
oldest rivalry.
Oldest
Right.
rival, yeah.
Or
That's why.
Lions, Bears, you name it that in that division. But how?
And, none of the New
I don't
England
get it.
games were interdivisional either.
No.
You know what?
They have a-
You know what I think has to do
That
with
division
is that
is pretty terrible. But
there's more.
Yeah, there is no. At
Come on,
best,
you got
yeah,
the
at
Jets.
best you'd get New England Bills.
Yeah, they
and
should have
that's at
thrown the
best.
New England Bills in there.
And really, they're both heavy-handed at each place.
No,
I
you
mean,
could go Bills Miami though. I mean, if you.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that
If I was
division,
going to
but-
pick a division, a game in that division, Bills Miami would be it.
Right.
Yep.
But
yeah.
I think Miami beat New England last year.
Yeah.
They kicked the
Jets
shit out.
almost did too. Jets would have if they didn't call back that Safarian Jenkins touchdown in week 3 or whatever it was, week
Right.
4.
But yeah, Miami beat the snots out of them. So I mean, that could have been a notable game. You know, can they do it again?
That's the thing about that division is in the last couple of years the Bills have kind of been a little bit better than the Dolphins and Jets, but they just cannot beat New England. And the other teams occasionally will just pull one out of their ass and beat them. I mean, Miami and the Jets beating New England is not, out of the ordinary, but the Bills have beat New England like 2 or 3 times in the last 20 years.
It's the Bears Packers.
And one was gross. It was like 23-0 Bills, wasn't it? I mean, one was pretty,
actually,
pretty
it
fucking
was,
bad.
one of them was 2 years ago, but that
Yeah.
was it was Jacoby Brissett starting because
all right. Well, yeah, that's
Tom
right.
Brady was
they
on
beat
the
him
suspension.
up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they shut him out though. That felt pretty good anyway though. And then the last time that they'd beat him before that was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and Brady played like I think it was just 2 quarters. It was the first half of the game because it was the last game of the season.
Okay.
And New England had locked everything up, and the Bills were eliminated, and they didn't want Brady getting hurt, and that was it. So that was okay. We beat New England last game of the year.
Yeah.
Ruined our draft pick. Our draft pick just went down 3 spots.
So I was talking to our buddy Josh yesterday from Priceless Inspections, and I got an issue with my basement, and I called him, and he's like, it's not my forte.
Where the hookers getting out?
Right, but I've got some pointers for you, and Josh, he gave me some stuff. I'm gonna follow it. He's got a good quality home inspection. You can call Josh at 315-525-8725 for your next home inspection.
Oh, yeah, it's priceless.
In-depth and detailed reports through inspections and pays attention to details. Josh has been in the construction business his whole life and knows the importance of a quality home inspection. Call Josh before you put your home on the market. Looking to buy a home, or do you just want to update your home, like me? Josh can do it all for you. Call him today at 315-525-8725. That's Priceless Inspections.
Yeah, Josh is awesome, and if you are looking to update or buy or sell your house, get a hold of him. I did that last year when I bought my house, and the thorough job he does is awesome. And I had a report emailed to me. I think he showed up at my house at my new house, the house I was buying, at like 9 o'clock in the morning, And I met him there, and we were there for maybe 2-3 hours, went through everything in detail. And then by about like 2 o'clock, I had an email with like this long
Holy
document
shit.
with
Nice.
pictures and all sorts of like really good resources. Gave me some pointers on some things I should talk to the seller about, and it was very worth my time, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And it worked out very well in the end. So yeah, Priceless Inspections. Check out them if you're looking to do
And
anything.
that's the thing. You ask anybody, like, who do you go for inspection? It's like top of the tongue, Josh.
Right.
Yeah.
Priceless Inspection.
Well, I was looking to get just a second opinion on my basement. I had a place look at it, and they're charging a lot of money. So I'm like, I know Josh doesn't do basements. I know he's not a basement guy,
right,
but he does inspections. So what can he, lean me towards, for ideas? And, he had no problem recommending another business and giving me ideas on how to take care of the issue myself. So, even just for advice, he's a world of knowledge. So, definitely call Josh.
Absolutely. Somebody just checked in. Are you advertising? We are, but he's also a friend, so.
Yeah, and these are real stories too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We've actually done business with Josh and Priceless Inspections, and I've been very satisfied. And it sounds like he's given Sil some great pointers too. So this is real world advice, even though he is a sponsor and he's a good friend of ours. But man, if you do need somebody to do that, I would not recommend anybody else. So Priceless Inspections, and so what was it, 2 weeks ago? The Bills, Zay Jones, with that whole incident at his apartment
running around
there.
naked and
he's running around naked,
God,
fighting his
hotel
brother,
room.
and tried to he kicked a hole in the window and was bleeding all over the place. Well, turns out he's not having any charges put against him.
Really,
I
not
don't
even
know.
I'm totally running through an airport
Not even
naked.
Turn style backwards.
No vandalism charges or anything. And I messaged you guys about this a couple weeks ago when that happened, when I was watching the show. But I just kind of chuckled. And I was like, you know what? Zay Jones must have called Nick Pasalacqua because he's got no charges against him. And he needed legal help quick.
So he called Nick.
So he must have called Nick. I don't know. But if you do need legal help quick, you better call Nick. Attorney Nick Pasalacqua and the team. Call Pasalacqua Associates at 315-500-NICK and check out their website at cnytriallaw.com. And hopefully it works out as good as Zay Jones's situation does.
That's a great segue into that. That was nice. That's good.
So, yeah, that was great, man. I like that. Totally untrue as far as Zay Jones.
Oh, yeah. He really didn't help Zay Jones, but whoever did help Zay Jones had equal expertise.
He should have called Nick.
He should have called Nick. And if you do need legal help, Zay didn't call him.
But you
it worked out okay. He's lucky. But if you need legal help, you should call Nick.
Thanks, guys.
Anytime, chicken.
So, yeah, we're getting closer to the draft here. And I'm so sick of all the goddamn mock drafts.
I haven't looked at one. I don't fucking give a rat's ass about what could be. I don't.
I looked at a few of them back. I don't know. It was probably like February or something, a couple months ago, and the Super Bowl was over, and I was like, all right, let me take a look and check it out. But there's just so many of them, and they're all wrong anyway. Then
yeah, I read Bears one position this week, guard. Today article came out, cornerback. Fuck it. Seriously, it's anything from Lions camp as far as the draft.
No, I actually, to be honest with you, haven't been paying too much attention to what they've been doing drafting and off season.
It's just all fucking guesswork and a suit.
It is. It's a lot of politics and a lot of listening to like talk radio and your ESPN shows. Excuse me.
You're burping as much as I am, so awesome.
Utica Club, right? So
I got like a mixture of Utica Club, sausage bread, and meatballs.
Right. So
tastes delicious.
I don't watch much of those shows, so I don't get up on all the the.
Who would you
speculation.
rather like? What position do you think that the Lions should go like first round? Like if you had to choose, like where would you like them to go?
I would like a strong running back. But at the same time, being a Detroit Lions fan for all these years, I would like a solid offensive line. And again, that's not going to be maybe your first round pick.
But where they're drafted at, I mean, where they're drafting at, it's probably a decent pick for one.
Sure.
See, I get that's what's tough being a fan. It's like you're the average Joe. You want to pick with your heart. What's your greatest fucking need? It's like last week we got an argument. I feel the Bears' greatest need is middle linebacker, and he feels we're okay.
Yeah, they need your faith.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, I know. I feel we need an offensive line, but since the days of Barry Sanders, I've always said that
you want that guy.
Yeah, and then when we had Schwartz, and we had a good defense there for a couple years, and it was awesome. They were hitting, and they were on top of the ball. If the ball was here, you would see 6 blue jerseys.
Right.
They were all
swarming
over the place, swarming.
He runs a great fucking defense.
And I was literally like, who the fuck is this Detroit Lions defense? I've never seen anything like it. So it's hard to tell what they're going to be like this year.
Yeah.
And the preseason is never a sign because Detroit will go 5-0 in the preseason and then go.
Yeah, preseason. I used to fucking love watching it, and then then it kicks in. From being a teenager to, these are just guys fighting for their job, and the guys who already have a job aren't playing that much.
No.
So it's you're watching shitball.
Week 3 of the preseason's not too bad. That's kind of the audition game.
You get about
the dress
2.5 quarters, yeah. But it's
for
very
the most
vanilla.
part,
See, I love watching the youngsters go.
They don't want to give away their playbook.
Oh yeah, no, I like watching the youngsters just knowing that they're there fighting for a job. But the fact that this is not the team you're going to see in a month from now.
Right.
They're running the most vanilla plays. It's like watching the Pro Bowl on defense. They barely blitz. So it's tough to gauge where your team's at.
Well, you don't want to show them. They have very vanilla offense, very vanilla defense. They don't want to give away their hand in preseason, which I understand. You just want them to run through the plays. But you get those guys that come out in their preseason studs. Like was a kid from the Bears that everybody wanted him to play.
The white wide receiver there. Not that any race had anything to do with it. Shit. I just can't remember his name. Well, it doesn't matter then.
The Bills had one of those too. They had a white wide receiver that killed it in preseason, Brandon Riley, and they left him on the practice squad almost all season. And with the Bills wide receiver depth terrible last year, they let him sit on the practice squad for I think it was like the first 14 weeks of the year after he was awesome in the preseason, and people were just calling for him all season long and didn't get it. And they picked up some guys like Deontay Thompson and some other they got Kelvin Benjamin halfway through the year.
Yeah, and now he's a Cowboy.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
I like Deontay.
Another
I did too.
Preseason stud from last year, Detroit Lions actually, Kenny Galladay. That dude was killing it in the preseason last year. Now, he didn't do a whole lot in the regular season, but he had some nice plays. But, yeah, I remember just hearing constantly about him, fantasy football and stuff, like Kenny Galladay is going to be killing it this year. Kenny Galladay is awesome. But, yeah, you get your preseason studs that people get all worked up about. But in reality, like you said, the playbook is really vanilla. And in practice is really where those guys earn their jobs. They might go out there and do some things in a preseason game, but that's just validating what the coaches have already seen in practice and in camp, really. So the games, they're kind of boring. And
I can't imagine what it's like to be a coach during two-a-days during training camp, because they're doing the practices, watching the film afterwards to make sure they see every little thing, doing another practice, watching the film. I mean, they got to be fucking awake 20 hours a goddamn day during that time.
Well, that's what the assistant's for. The assistants goes watch all the game film, gives them the highlights, and I mean, I'm sure they go through it themselves too, but a lot of the assistants hammer it down.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm sure they edit it right down to the shit they need. They're not, if you're a defense coordinator, you're not looking at it.
Just thinking about it, because when I used to coach, I fucking loved I'm salivating. Just thinking about it. I used to be up till 1 a.m. and the wife would come up and, are you coming to bed?
Well, just
think
of the technology now. You got on your iPads and
yeah. Well, I fucking would sit there with a double screen computer. Now I could fucking sit in bed and go
zoom
swipe,
right in and
swipe. Yeah, double finger the
clicking the mouse.
Oh yeah, right. Anyways, so he wants a running back in the draft.
Or a lineman. Or actually, like 5.
I think they need a running back over there. But they haven't done well when they drafted running backs really high.
Well, because, again, you don't have an offensive
How's
line.
that sausage bread?
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
They got DeMarco Murray there now too. I mean, I know he's older, but
wait, DeMarco Murray's at the Lions?
Yeah, DeMarco Murray's with the Lions, I think.
Really? I know they signed.
They signed DeMarco Murray, the Lions.
Did they really?
I think they did.
I think they got Blunt. They got Blunt.
Yeah.
I think they picked up DeMarco Murray, but maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see that, but
He's on it.
That would be
I
awesome.
get lazy later in the night.
So there goes my running back pick, then I don't need that.
yeah, but Blunt's not a guy you run every down. You know what I mean? They need that like home run hitter.
Yeah, he's not a full game
He's
guy.
getting older too now, isn't he? He started off with the Patriots quite a few years ago, right?
Well, he started out with Tampa Bay,
Then the Patriots.
then the Patriots, I believe. No, Steelers. He went
It
to
was
the
a
Steelers.
different Blunt. There used to be a Blunt that played for the.
Yeah, then he went to New England.
Oh, okay. Same guy.
Yeah,
different.
it's like every year he gets traded to a
Okay,
team.
DeMarco Murray is a free agent still. He visited the Detroit Lions, but you said LeGarrette Blount signed there, so they must have decided to sign LeGarrette Blount over.
That's what I was gonna say. Like having 2 big power backs like that doesn't make sense. Which I think they would probably been better off with DeMarco Murray than Blunt. I mean, Blunt's good, but he's good in spurts. Whereas DeMarco Murray,
You're good in spurts.
Murray can catch passes too. I
Yeah.
mean, he's not the ideal pass catching running back, but he can do that too.
So I would have probably gone with DeMarco Murray.
But
I know he's got.
It
a lot
says
of
something.
miles.
He's still a free agent. I mean, is he failing physicals? What's going on?
It's true. Well, I think his age has a little something to do with it.
He's about Blunt's age, though.
I was
He
going
might
to
even
say,
be
he's only been
younger.
in the league 8 years.
He might be younger than Blunt.
So he's what, 30, 31 tops?
He's 30. Just turned 30 in February.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
he's got a lot of carries in him too.
It's 30 at a running back's age. All right, you're serviceable.
To put that in
again,
perspective,
you think about
LeGarrette Blount's 31.
okay, well,
So not a big difference there.
no,
It's
you don't
age-wise.
want 2 30-year-old backs on the same
Right.
team. Yeah, you don't.
But I think I think
running back's a possibility then.
Murray's faster. I think he has more running capabilities than Blunt. I mean, Blunt's just a power back. I mean, he's just a guy who's
Pure
gonna run you
power
over.
back.
Yeah, where I think Murray can run you over and juke you a little.
I'd almost think I'd rather have Blunt than Murray.
I mean, Blunt's got more rings.
I just think he's definitely more bruiser of a back. He's not as fast. I agree with that. It's just style offense I want to run. I'd rather have Blunt. I want to be able to pick that short yardage up without question.
Admir Abdullah's still there too. Is he still under contract with the Lions? Because Abdullah and Blunt could be a pretty solid duo. 'Cause 2 completely different.
That's what I was gonna say.
styles.
You might need that extra.
Yep.
That
Get
speed guy.
your scat back type, guy who can catch passes and take one to the house at any time, and then you got your LeGarrette Blount, who's just going to push the pile for 3 yards every single time he gets the ball. Possibly break one too, but
I don't know. Blunt really doesn't ever break one, does he? Like he's not.
No. He
occasionally
he gets big chunks, but doesn't break one.
right, and then
That's what they got to jive for.
That's why you need a
what
guy
in Philly.
like with the skill set of like an Abdullah. Not that Abdullah is a superstar by any means, but that's
Well, kinda
if
like when
you
they
have a
did-
LeGarrette Blount, you need like an Amir Abdullah type
Or a Jay
like a
Ajayi.
Dion Lewis, in New England. Jay Ajayi, or before the season started, the plan was Darren Sproles.
Right.
So that's what you got to do to pair with Blount. You need that diverse skill set with your running backs.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a compliment back. He's a guy to say, "Hey, nice job. I'll get in the hole for you."
All right, so the big Hootie how
Hootie?
Yeah, yesterday was a running back from a certain team that we all know and love had had removed all his Chicago Bears photos from his Twitter account, Instagram account, Instagram. So they were thinking he was going to get traded, and it was just there was nothing to it.
No.
Yeah. Other than he just had no pictures of the Bears on his account. You know.
So was this Jordan Howard you're talking
yeah.
about? I thought at first maybe you were talking about Matt Forte, like being retired and being like, all right, I'm removing myself from
which
the
we've
Bears.
discussed. They're going to sign him to a one-day contract, and they're going to do a big honor to Brian Urlacher, now Hall of Famer.
Yep. Was it August 5th? He gets inducted. Something like that. I think it's the Hall of Fame game against the Ravens.
Yes.
That's a great class. That's a class that I can't argue
Other
with.
than Terrell Owens, it's a great class.
The numbers are there.
I can't argue with the numbers, though.
The numbers are there. He produced.
Dude, he's got so many records. Matt, your thoughts?
Terrell Owens in the Hall of Fame.
I don't have any.
But you think about it with Ray Lewis and Randy Moss on the list, like he's gotten less trouble than those guys.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Not convicted trouble.
Right. I mean, he was more locker room ego.
He was like a distraction type. He was never like a getting arrested type guy.
Randy Moss just had a shitty attitude and wouldn't block for shit.
Dude, remember
now I'm like, it's not a great class because Randy Moss is in it too. Fucking receivers.
Dude, Randy Moss completely changed the way wide receivers play the game.
I agree.
Now.
Yes.
Like, I mean, that whole throw the ball up and just go up and attack, that was Randy Moss.
Yes.
And he was
I know, but his attitude fucking sucked ass. And it's not who I want. You know, granted, where I live, John F. Kennedy's still alive, and gummy bears and lollipops hold hands.
And he was also don't forget he was also on the undefeated team.
The Bills are coming off their 1960 AFL championship.
Right, yeah.
OJ didn't do it.
Right. I'm just like, fucking, wide receivers do their job all the way across the board. And, they don't bitch and moan and fucking me, whine.
Okay, in that case, then Wayne Corbett would be a
no,
Hall of Famer. Don Beebe would be a Hall of Famer.
Great point. Now, I can't say everything T.O. did was bad because I fucking loved the Sharpie bit. I fucking thought that was awesome. I had no problem with his touchdown celebrations at all.
I loved, too, the going right to the middle of the star in Dallas when he was with the 49ers.
Hot balls.
Planting the ball.
That
was
great. Yes.
I mean, blatant poor sportsmanship, but it was.
I still loved it.
Right. to get the anger going on both teams. And
then Emmitt Smith comes out and goes slam and fucking stares at him. And it was fucking great.
Yeah, but when he did it.
Everybody was into that game.
Yeah, but remember when he did it again?
Yeah.
And that one dude came out and railed him and hit him on the side, from the side. I'm like, that's football. Yes.
So he ends up with the Dallas Cowboys a number of years later, crying about Tony Romo. That's my quarterback.
My quarterback, man. Or was he crying? Then he kind of like threw what's his name under the bus? McNabb.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Totally.
Just a little bit.
At least he did good with the Bills.
Yeah. He played for the Bengals.
He went out solid.
Did he really?
He played for the Bengals the year after the Bills.
See, now I would have a better T.O. and Randy Moss. Yes, Chad Johnson. I don't think he
did anything to do anything.
No, and he was the one wearing like the Hall of Fame jacket on the sidelines that he made it.
Cinco
I'm so pissed at him. The fucking year he had a great year, and I drafted him the next year, and he hasn't done shit.
So you ruined his career?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't play fantasy football anymore because of that fucking
asshole. So he ruined your fantasy football career.
Dude, I am the biggest mush when it comes to fantasy football. Like, I had Maurice Jones-Drew right 1 year. Guy was a beast in fantasy football. Goes at first 4 minutes of the game, out for the season. Yeah. I got nothing from him.
We are not doing a fantasy football draft on this show. You guys, nobody ever has to worry about that. We're not doing it.
I'll pick all Packers.
Right?
There you go.
I know, right? Just so I know they shit the bed.
Did you secretly play last year and pick Aaron Rodgers?
No. See, I had the Bears defense, right, going against the Oakland Raiders, right? Oakland Raiders didn't score a single touchdown that whole game. But I was playing against Janikowski. Janikowski hit 7 freaking field goals to win the game against the Bears, hit 3 of them for over 60-plus yards, broke or tied the record at like 64 yards. I'm like, he broke like 4 records that day. I'm like, this is insane. I got my ass kicked because of a freaking kicker. Doug Martin, when he went over and scored 6 touchdowns in one game at Polk High, That was against I was playing against him that day. And I'm like, then he does nothing the rest of the freaking time. I'm like, oh, Maron. So I stopped playing fantasy football.
Yeah.
People would have epic games against me and then go back into oblivion.
I think that the best I ever did was like third place in like 1997 playing fantasy football.
He was against 4 people.
It's fucking been, I know, right? It's been downhill ever since.
4-man league.
Right. So we'll never do that. How'd you guys' draft do? You know, did you have, 10 guys here?
The fantasy basebal draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 10 guys, including Caleb. He joined this year.
Who's Caleb?
Yeah.
Piece of shit. No.
So yeah, we had fun. It's a good time, man. It's just guys getting together having a fun time.
Yeah, I stopped in that day. It smelled like farts and stale beer when I came in.
Exactly.
It was also the day after St. Patty's Day.
How long did it take?
4 hours.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I think that was the shortest one we've ever had, actually.
Wow.
I think kind of being in this setup helped it a little bit, and we actually organized ourselves by pick order and all that, and it was helpful, kind of having some kind of structure to it instead of everybody just kind of scattered over a room like, wait, whose pick is it next?
Yeah, where'd Billy go? Billy!
Where's Robbie? He's locked in the bathroom upstairs. That really happened.
Bunch of goddamn nerds.
That's freaking right. Man, we haven't played that one in a while. We haven't had our Caleb fucking fantasy football focus section. Fuck. We're definitely keeping that next season.
We had a good time with it, and it's always one of the most funny, interesting events of the year for me, for sure.
So when you guys going? When D-line's this what, Sunday?
The baseline is.
Sorry, yeah, we're the D-line.
Get it right.
The D-line's right now. The baseline. The next baseline show is Sunday here on the D. So 6 o'clock, I believe, is what time we're going live. So JP and I will be down here. We'll be talking about the first
JP, the
week
Schofield
or so. Yep, that's right. The first week or so of the season and recapping some things and talking about baseball.
I know a lot of people have been digging it, man. It's been going over
it's
really well.
It's been fun, yeah. And my time here on the D line has kind of helped me prepare for that a little bit.
A little less obscene.
A little bit.
Do you guys not swear on your show? Or?
We do.
They don't
You're
have
not stealing any of our drops, are you?
No, they don't want all the
we don't
gay
have
drops.
any drops yet. We got to get that together. Z's been messaging me. He's been bugging me that we need to get some drops going. We do. We definitely do.
You want one? You want this one?
Can I suck your dick?
Yeah, we'll make sure we'll throw that one in there too. For sure.
Don, we now are gay apparel.
Doesn't get much gayer than this.
Let's just use the whole thing you got here. But yeah, it's been going good, man. I think we've had 3 or 4 shows. I don't know. I lost count already. And yeah, we're having fun with it. And
the season's just starting. I mean,
yeah,
you guys are
season
just
started
going.
a week ago today, actually. And we did 2 preseason shows, the fantasy draft, which I guess we'll call that a show. And,
a shit show.
And then we did our season preview a week ago this past Sunday. We took Sunday off because it was Easter. And we'll be back this coming Sunday, which is April 8th at 6 o'clock.
Nice. Right after the Tomato Pie Day.
Yes, Tomato Pie. Let's see, Tomato Pie Day is Saturday, right?
Yep.
And that starts at
Old
noon.
Babies isn't going to rip that one up too, are they? I mean, I heard they just won the Wing Wars, so...
My girl Laura over at Old Baby, she wins everything. All I can say.
It starts at what, noon?
Yeah, she's about to win the
Noon
fish
on
award
Saturday?
too. There.
The what award? What?
For the fish fry, for Central New York fish fry.
Oh, no
You
kidding.
had to vote and donate and this and that, and
So, got killer fish fry over there.
she's got killer everything. So if you're all listening, go to Old Babies in Washington Mills.
I've heard crazy things about the fish fries over there. It comes in a pizza box. It's so huge. And
Yeah, and the pizza box actually keeps it crispy.
Right.
You know, people put it in styrofoam. You get it at home. It's all soggy. Well, the pizza box keeps it crispy. So you can get...
Now you're telling the secrets.
Right? What
well,
the fuck?
I mean, you get it in the pizza box, you know. It's not that big of a secret. But it's... So you got traditional, and then they got potato chip fish fries. And it's just ridiculous.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think, just
Potato chip fish fry?
Potato chip breading.
Wow.
I was there the other day. Tuesday, I went there for lunch, and I saw Matt, and I got the Fat Boy sandwich for the first time.
Of course you did.
Holy fuck.
Gotta get in shape for that
That's
hard and mud fun.
I ate half of it because it was so fucking. And I got this is what kills me. I ordered the baby fucking sandwich, and I only ate half of it. It was just big, and it's got grilled chicken, ham, Gouda cheese, bacon, and the homemade fucking honey mustard dressing was phenomenal.
Isn't it good, man?
My goodness.
Is that the All-American? What is that?
No, it's called the Fat Boy.
Fat Boy.
Oh, the Fat Boy?
It was called the Fat Boy.
Oh, I thought
it's all part of the Mudfest training.
Yeah.
It's actually like
I'm all in.
He had a Mudfest in his underwear.
Yeah, the food's great at Old Babies.
Yeah, I love their food, man. The focaccia sandwiches, the East Utican. What is that?
The East Sider.
East Sider.
So it's like the East Utica with the greens and the chicken and mozzarella. But then they got the Godfather and they got a million things. People come in, they're like, "Oh, what do you recommend?" I'm like, "Huh?
Take your pick."
Yeah, what do you feel like eating? It's all good, and it's really just depends on your mood. They have everything to fit your mood, and then some.
I'm not gonna lie. I never tried their pizza or their wings until you guys brought them in here,
Mhm.
and only because when I get there, I want the sandwiches.
I told you.
You know what I mean? The sandwiches are so freaking good that I can't get past the sandwiches.
Some buddies of mine moved over like Washington Mills, Chadwick's area not too long ago, and one of them is my brother-in-law who lived in Colorado for many years, so he's not extremely up on where to go to eat in the area and everything. And I told him, I said, you gotta make sure you check out O'Babies. Drive past the Washington Mills area and keep going just a little bit, and check out O'Babies because the sandwiches and all the other food there.
Which I think is like a little food court right there in Washington.
Yeah,
Mills.
there's
with
some good
Tony's,
stuff
and
over
you got
there.
Rio Grande.
Yeah.
You got you guys over there.
You got the
Piggy
ice cream
Pat's
factory.
there.
It's not
Ice
too
cream,
far. Yeah.
There's Piggy Pat's and Packies and man.
Yeah, there's a little corner there, and
some good food right over there.
And a lot of people come to Babies because it used to be Oscanit's. So they want that old school Italian pizza with the sauce on top. And they still got the original ovens, so you still get the same old school flavor.
Nice.
But now they just expanded to craziness, and they're doing great. I'm very happy for
You
Laura.
guys got live entertainment outside during your summer, right?
Yeah, and actually they're going to be. Oh, so here's a plug for you.
No, go right ahead.
Yep. on May 24th, from 5:30 to 7:30, there will be a TV crew there, and I can't tell you which channel it is, but they'll be filming for Babies, almost like a diners, drive-ins, and dives type thing.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and so my band will be there playing at the show.
What is it called?
Funny how that worked out.
Reptilian? Was it Cornelian?
None of those. It's Carnelian.
Carnelian.
Yep.
Yes.
And so
I knew it sounded like a villain.
Yep. So if anybody out there listening, if you want some great food and some entertainment and a chance to be on TV, stop down May 24th to Babies from 5:30 to 7:30. I know it'll be broadcast on Fox, your big old Fox channel.
Nice.
On a Saturday morning, too, when all your kids are watching cartoons. You can see yourself on TV.
Cool.
Get some food. So
It's kind of like confettis back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember? They used to have videos of you dancing at their club.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, come down and be that guy. At Old Babies. See me dancing. To the sounds of Carnelian.
Freebird!
Don't forget to come in and try some food. It's
Freebird!
Yeah, there'll be chicken in the back screaming.
That's what I do at the Crazy Fool shows. Freebird!
Yes, he does.
If I hear that in one of my shows, I'm going to know it's you.
Just waiting for somebody to just start playing Freebird. Speaking of Crazy Fools, you guys got any gigs coming up?
No, nothing coming up
right, you did say
anytime
that
soon.
earlier.
Yeah, but very, very soon we'll be getting some summer stuff booked.
You hear that, old babies? Get the Crazy Fools over
Yeah,
there.
I'd love to go play No Babies.
There you go.
They'll play for food. No, not really, but they will.
Yeah,
a lot of food. Yeah,
they're going to be expanding their entertainment and even the outside patio and stuff like that to bring more entertainment and stuff like that.
They got sandwich deals where if you don't want fries, you can get a slice of pizza, a sandwich, and a slice of pizza.
Or
That's
soup.
awesome.
That is fucking awesome.
The options, man.
awesome.
Who doesn't like options?
I know, right?
I like fries, but I would much rather have a slice of pizza.
Just cause. Right?
Yeah, right. You know what? I'm not much of a fry guy. I can pass on the fries.
Well, no.
So,
what if you're like, I can't make up my mind. Do I want a sandwich or a slice of pizza? Fuck it. I want both.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yep.
I could do
Oh, and they got crazy desserts that are all. I don't know if you ever tried any.
No, I haven't. No, my fucking eyes just lit up. You saw it.
Dude, they've got this cheesecake, or not this cheesecake, carrot cake that stands this tall. So that's about 12 inches for people who can't see my hand.
So make sure you get some of that before Mudfest.
Just before. Eat it. that sour cream icing will do you great.
Jesus Christ.
That's Old Babies on Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, on 90th Street. You're welcome, Laura.
Look, we're all about disruption. I love disruption. Disruption.
Wow, I haven't figured that one in a long time. I haven't fingered that one in a long time.
You got a lot over there?
I got him 2 pallets for.
I know. It's like I'm playing around. Like half of them I don't even know what they are. Like, cause he go put them on there without telling me. So like I'll say something like, whack.
We'll just whack each other off and I'll bail.
Right? Like I'm thinking they could be like whack, like a hit,
like Batman. Back
right?
Yeah.
Whack. It's
pow.
That's not what I expected. I'm with you.
At least like gay robot in the house. I get that. By the way.
Hey, John. Sweet hat.
Thanks, gay robot.
All right, we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So this has been the D-Line. We can thank you, Gav, for stepping in for Caleb again.
Oh, it was a good time with you guys.
If we were making money, I'd say you have to share his paycheck with you.
Right.
Matt,
Someday.
Matt, thanks for coming in, brother.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This was a blast.
Check out O Babies too.
Yeah, definitely check out
Carnelian.
And Carnelian
too, for sure.
And Crazy Fools, apparently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sil, you can go fuck yourself.
Rock on.
Check out Sil doing the Mudfest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right before he pounds. So we should have him do the O Babies challenge.
No, fuck that. I saw that thing.
And then go do it.
Jesus Christ, that's dude. I can't even do a fucking baby sandwich. To fucking do a double regular fucking sandwich with a pound of fries and a 2-liter. Nah, I'm out.
Who the fuck can drink a 2-liter soda?
Nobody.
They really. I will say this. They need to expand the time to at least an hour.
Yeah, minimum, or at least make it down to a 16-ounce fucking drink.
I watched this kid come in and fall asleep right there.
Really? Are you?
I swear to God, his mom was laughing at him. He was like, all right.
Wow.
So, but thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, no problem, man.
It.
And don't forget this Saturday from 12 to 4 at the there you go, at the rec center and there you go at the ski chalet or whatever they call it nowadays. Yeah. Tomato Pie Day.
Way to support a chicken.
Dude, exactly. Veiled by Alice. It's the ski chalet. It's like
too much.
10 different names over here.
There will be tomato pie there.
Lots of tomato pie. We went last year, man. It was great.
Yeah, I already bought tickets. I'm pissed. I walk in. There's free tickets right there.
I got
already
tickets
bought them
too.
So,
well,
I'll be there this Saturday.
You're gonna be there?
Yep, with my daughter and with Greg and his family.
Are you gonna do the contest?
There's a contest?
The tomato pie eating contest.
Yeah, it's for prep for Mudfest.
No, I can't do that. No, that's exactly why. I'm just going to hit each table and get my fried rice balls at the other place, and I'm good.
All right, folks, we're going to get out of here. Have a good night.
Like.
The following program is an exclusive Disruption Network.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection. To making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage. Making sure they're getting the best price on their house. Just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Passalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Passalacqua & Associates has been carefully hand-picked to include the best trial attorneys in the particular areas of the law that we practice. Have you been charged with DWI or any other crime? Members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Passalacqua & Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Passalacqua & Associates. 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425 or visit cnytriallaw.com today.